27 minutes past 6. Welcome to the Citi Breakfast Show. It's the 18th day of June. The Tego Sisters with a beautiful song. There's always that one thing that when you get, it opens you up to other things. So he says in Luke 10:42, but one thing is needful, and Mary has chosen that good part, which will not be taken away from her. One thing is needful. So here's the question: what is that one thing that opens up other things? And that one thing is important for every season, because every season and what is important, the emphasis for the season must be discerned so you can live your life in excellence. So your job is to strive to find it. What is the emphasis for this season? It says one thing is needful. One thing is needful. Another version says, this one thing I do, forgetting the things which are behind and pressing on towards the things that are ahead. So he's talking about focus, the power of finding that one thing. Your focus determines your feelings, and that eventually determines your outcomes. So learn to work with focus. Focus your energy, focus your attention, focus your money, focus your resources, focus your love. Don't be spreading things too thin. You will make too much impact. Yes. So one thing is needful. Let's look for that one thing. For everybody may be different, but certainly there's a time where you need to focus on that one thing that you need to emphasize. And of course, we're starting off with Business Sense. That was the precursor to it. Brought to you by Access Bank. For our youth customers, spend 500 cedis or more with any Visa card from Access and qualify for a reward. It's really a deposit, save, and win promotion we've called Fakitwa Bejikesiye. Lots of great prices available. Go on to accessbankplc.com or call 0800 004400 for more information. And our focus this week is very clear. We're focused on the Agri Fair. We've been talking about this for the past 6 weeks, and now it's time to perform. Now it's time to stand up and be counted. Yes, now time for you to put your money where your mouth is. Friday is a good day to start this. Those of you who work in and around the ministries, the First Land Children's Park is where we're going to be gathered for 3 straight days, buying and selling things made and bought, or things grown in Ghana. Make sure you're there from the morning all through to the evening. It's an Agri Fair like none other. Powered by Channel 1 Television, sponsored by Ghana Exim Bank Legacy Crop Improvement Center, DBG Agri Impact Limited, and the Horticultural Business Platform. Our tech partner is Farmerline. Come and enjoy the freshest farm produce at unbeatable prices. Before that though, the Citi Breakfast Show is on. We start with a news review. Lots of stories coming in. New patriotic party. Whoa! Flag Bearer Fest. That's the consensus. Flag Bearer Fest. And that doesn't even need ratification. So even though there's going to be a special congress in July, as for the Flag Bearer Fest matter, it's been settled. It's like the law of the Medes and the Persians. It cannot be changed. So that's January 2026. Wow. So because typically political parties start with their branch or ward executives, or they call them polling station executives. Then they go to the constituency executives. Then they do regional, national officers. And then that new team elects a flag bearer. But they say 2024 was not an ordinary election, and therefore extraordinary moves. What do you think of that? A few uncertainties still around the global economy. Oil prices, we're told that next week fuel prices may go up as tensions in the Middle East escalate. What really is going on? We'll bring you some details of that too. And of course, our usuals, every day somebody has something to talk about. Now, there's 2 things I can't believe. So the electricity company has said that a number of people have not paid it. But they went to disconnect the Wager water treatment plant. Now, that is serious. So one utility saying, if you don't pay, you will not get power. And then the Ghana Water people too went to some apartment in Cantonment, and that they have been stealing water. Charlie, what is going on? Oh Lord, we'll bring you all of those and more. Coming up next is the headlines. Stay with us.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
If you have 250 Ghana cedis right now, it can do wonders for you. Chairman, Fabeji, it could turn your tears into joy in the Access Bank Fakitwabeji Kesiye promo. Madam, Fabeji, it could get you up to 50,000 Ghana cedis cash prize. Business owner, Fabeji. As a student, make transactions with your Access Bank card, and that could get you Spotify and Netflix subscriptions, PS5, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and more. This be out of class Enzo. Fabeji, you see what 250 Ghana cedis can do for you? And Gasakra. Fabeji, it's the Access Bank Fakitwabeji Kesiye promo. Deposit a minimum of 250 Ghana cedis and its multiples in your new or existing account and be on your way to winning a share of the 580,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes and other amazing rewards. The more you deposit, the more your chances of winning. Promo runs from now to September 2025. This promo is in partnership with NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
6:35. So we're jumping into the news about review brought to you by Fidelity Bank. If you're ready to step into a dream lifestyle, join us at the Wheels and Homes Expo 25, the ultimate fair for everything mortgage and auto, happening at the Good Park at the Accra Mall from the 19th of June to the 21st. It's your one-stop shop for general mortgage deals, expert advice, and unbeatable rates. Essentially, you can get the key to your home and the key to your car. So that's starting the 19th, that's tomorrow, at the Accra Mall, Good Park. All right, so let's get into the headlines. Caleb Kuda and Richard Delasky. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, Bernard.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, the 18th. Yes. Very many stories. Yes, today is my day. Yeah, today is my sister's birthday as well.
Beautiful. Oh, I see. Which of them?
My elder sister.
Oh, I see.
We'll do that later on. So let's get, what are the papers saying, Sky?
Lady Guy, this morning, NPP elects flag bearer January 2026, and former chairman of the party says he still believes in the Baumia ticket. I'm talking about Freddie Osmawublay. Constitutional interpretation vested in Judiciary, not Parliament. This is Justice Philip Bright Mensah.
I love that.
And NSA, National Service Authority, blocks 3,594 graduates. PIN codes will tell you why.
Let me take you to the Chronicle. The big story says this morning, Supreme Court judges retiring at 75. No.
Sir.
Be fair, sir. That's coming in from Justice Jamafe. Also on the front page this morning, mandatory death penalty violates right to life. Justice Ajay is quoted here saying, and Fitch upgrade vindicates MPP's economic legacy. This is according to the minority.
The news center, 1,267 killed in 5 months. Motorcycles alone killed 582 people, representing 45.9%. The breakdown is in the news center. I'll bring you that later. Accra East ECG to recover 200 million Ghana cedi debt. Fitch upgrades Ghana to be negative, outlook stable. And EcoBank invests $24 million in salt projects, creates 3,000 jobs.
The Ghanaian Times says this morning, at Ghana EU Partnership Dialogue, reform global order to ensure equity and security. Financial frameworks as well. President Mahama is quoted here saying, also give career magistrates opportunity to upgrade at law school. Justice Bright Mensah speaking before the appointments committee yesterday. And Sunyai Traditional Council bans Queen Mother from public activities.
Daily analyst, Fitch upgrade signals Ghana's economic rebound. Mahama assets on GJA elections. Bono regions endorse Jumfor as he vows to continue protecting press freedom. Accra East ECG to recover 200 million Ghana cedi debt that's here as well through nationwide revenue mobilization initiative. We should have 20 Supreme Court judges. This is Justice Mensah speaking. And abolish mandatory death penalty. Justice said Dennis Dominica J is speaking here.
The Herald newspaper says cracked MPP sets flag bearer race amid leadership uncertainty. Also on the front page, Anodon Press mining lease criticism backfires as Jinapur's Ghana manganese deal resurfaces or surfaces. Also on the front page, Macaulay legal training model outdated and inadequate. Justice Mensah tells Parliament and is urging for decentralization. Some other stories here on the front page, including this one that says Foreign Ministry seeks help to evacuate Ghanaians caught in Iran-Israel conflict.
The Daily Gist. NPP goes for early Congress, elects candidate on January 31, 2026. Has the photographs of Kennedy Japan, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Brian Echampo. Now, 2 NDC MPs caught in fake Dr. Saga, Kwame Adum Frempong and Felizna Koyo Okuno. Their photos are here with Dominic DeGraft Paytu. And Charles Bisu trial begins July 2. Sakawa Kingpin busted in $100 million scam. Minority cautions government on Fitch upgrade.
The New Republic says bogus billions. East Legon Sakawa Kings under siege, indicted in $100 million global fraud scheme. And CID please silent its alleged complexity. Also on the front page, Ghana bleeds billions. Gold smuggling cartels rob nation of $11.4 billion annually. And there's a report revealing shocking details.
The Ghanaian publisher Fitch upgrade vindicates NPP's legacy. This is the minority. Dr. Mohammed Amin Adams' photo is here. 2-term presidential limit. Mohammed's Supreme Court nominees back restrictions. It has the photographs of Justice Philip Mensah and Justice Senyo Jamapa, as well as President Mahama. Now, government to evacuate 922 Ghanaians from Israel, and minority leader warns of legal crisis ahead.
Let me take you to the Accra Times. Let's safeguard our democracy, Speaker Bagbin quoted here saying, and he's smiling big on the front page. Also, human resource and working tools very essential for the work of the Judiciary. Justice Jamapa quoted here saying,
The Inquisitor, coming events, Ken plants asylum, NSS scandal, in-path technologies unmaxed, and Tree Crop Development Authority issues mandatory directives to palm oil importers, and this is only the beginning. Dr. Forsen on Fitch upgrade.
The Informer says Oforiatta contemplates asylum over political persecution, and political persecution is in inverted commas. Also on the front page this morning, resist political interference. Supreme Court nominee urges colleagues, and some other stories here, including the one on Fitch.
Right, the Ghanaian Point, final one for me. Calm restored as Bani said to operate from old French embassy. This is an earlier story. Compassionate Julius Debra foots liver treatment bills of citizen I Ghana's sick child. And ECG disconnects Ghana Water Limited over 999.6 million Ghana cedi debt. Don't let your parents down. This is Omane Buama urging Pope John's students.
Finally, from me, the Custodian newspaper says Apenyo Marking warns Mahama over judicial capture. Also on the front page, I refuse Mohammed's National Health Insurance Authority board chair offer.
Okay.
Sumana Kingsford Bagwin quoted here as saying, and the minority is endorsing Fitch upgrade, but cautions government against poor budget credibility.
Let me give you a few headlines online. Fuel prices are set to rise next window, according to the OMCs. Democracy pursues government over deportation of galamseyers without prosecution.
Okay.
I agree with that one.
Me too.
Still on citynewsroom.com. Disconnections. GBC Ghana Water Limited have not complied with payment plan according to the ECG. That's why they have disconnected both the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation and the Ghana Water Company Limited. And this is the treatment plan. Guys, the Ghana Water Company owes ECG close to 1 billion cedis. Yeah. ECG is connected Ghana Water Company from National Grid over nearly 1 billion CD debt.
1 billion? I thought you mentioned some other figure. Whoa.
No, it says it's 919 million.
That's what you mentioned.
Yeah, it's a serious matter. So those are the stories I'm highlighting.
How are they going to produce water for us?
I'll come to that.
Okay.
Now, globally, Sky, there's a lot of issues, right? So if you go to the Reuters,
The world is crazy.
Trump calls for Iran's unconditional surrender. See your man. Meanwhile,
I'm getting disappointed.
Israeli air power reigns over Iran, but needs US for deeper impact. So there's a lot of analysis on the international portals on the war, showing photos of the devastation in both countries. That's Reuters. Bloomberg says Iran-Israel conflict enters 6th day as Trump weighs options. And then there's an analysis that Trump is driving off investors and threatening the dollar's reign. This is from the US perspective. And then G7 confronts new reality after Trump spoils hopes of unity. So the G7 may be history, you know. Meanwhile, BOG is unveiling new policy measures to boost digital financial ecosystem. I still think BOG has a few questions to answer on the charges matter that we raised. All right. Now, let me start with the Ghana Water Company for a change.
Yeah, that's why it's important.
So, ECG has cut power to GBC over 3.1 million Ghana cedi debt, but they've also disconnected the Ghana Water Limited over a 1 billion cedi debt. So ECG has disconnected Ghana Water Limited, this is citynewsroom.com, from the National Power Grid over an outstanding debt of 999.6 million cedis as part of its ongoing nationwide renewabilization and disconnection exercise. The disconnection took place on Tuesday, June 17, as ECG's task force intensified efforts to retrieve debts owed by state institutions and private entities. Now, shortly after visiting Ghana Water Limited, the ECG task force proceeded to the premises of Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, which was also disconnected of an outstanding debt of 3.1 million. So that's much, much lower than the Ghana Water one. According to ECG, GBC failed to comply with structured payment plan previously agreed upon. Now, ECG also went to an estate somewhere in Adenta and disconnected the whole estate, claiming that a number of houses there, about 80, were stealing power. That's what ECG said. They named the estate and they said about 80 houses there were not connected properly.
Are they prosecuting them though?
I believe they will. Then ECG is saying that the reason they are disconnecting these companies is that they are not complying with their payment plan. We've given them enough notice. The amount for GBC is over 8 million and that of Ghana Water Company is close to 1 billion. These are long-standing arrears. That's acting GM for operations Ismail Tete Oku said both entities had been given ample notice but failed to comply. So if you live in the catchment area of the Wager Dam and you depend on that treatment plant for water, I don't know if you're going to get water. But ECG also needs money to run. So those are stories I brought to you. Then we're also told that fuel prices are set to go up. This is coming in from the OMCs. And Reverse Nopon was speaking on face-to-face yesterday. And he's saying that the next pricing window will see fuel prices go up. Chief Executive of Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, Dr. Reverse Nopon, has warned that fuel prices are set to rise significantly in the coming pricing window, despite this week's marginal reduction. He told Umaru Sanda on face-to-face that recent gains in fuel prices were dampened by international market trends and only partially cushioned by a temporary government directive. He revealed that the 1 cedi tax component has had the 1 cedi tax component not been suspended by government, fuel prices would have seen a 9.5% increase this week. So the suspension has helped to keep fuel prices a bit low.
Okay, well, let me just add something quickly. If you go to page 10 of the Ghanaian Times, they have a story that says ECG Accra, so Accra East, to recover 200 million Ghana Citi debts through nationwide revenue mobilization.
Yeah, so that's what led to all this.
I don't understand why Accra East is doing nationwide because it's
no, it's a nationwide mobilization. They are doing their own.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand.
Okay,
I don't understand that.
Okay, so basically the story is saying that the Accra East region of the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, has embarked on a 2-week nationwide revenue mobilization exercise to recover 200 million Ghana Cedis in debt owed by customers.
Caleb, take me to MPP. MPP wants to elect flag bearer.
Yes.
Next year, early.
January 31, 2026, NPP goes for early Congress. This is the Daily Gist angle. The die is cast as the New Patriotic Party has officially scheduled its presidential primaries for January 31, 2026 in a decisive move that forms part of a broader internal restructuring agenda. This landmark decision, announced by General Secretary Justin Kodia Frimpong, following a joint meeting of the party's National Executive Committee, NEC, and National Council in Accra, sets the tone for a strategic electoral cycle beginning in December this year. Continues on page number 3. Now, according to the roadmap, polling station elections will kick off on December 6, 2025, and will be followed subsequently by constituency, regional, and national executive elections on dates yet to be determined. However, in a significant shift from tradition, the party has resolved to elect its flag bearer before electing national executives, a top-down electoral model that has drawn both support and criticism within the party's ranks. Bernard.
Well, let me move and deal with a matter having to do with Ghanaians abroad. If you go to the Herald newspaper, they are quoting the minister responsible for foreign affairs, Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa, are saying that because of the conflict currently ongoing between Iran and Israel, the government of Ghana is seeking the help of partners to be able to evacuate some Ghanaians who are caught up in the conflict. So we are urging friendly nations who are in the position to help us to bring all of those people back home.
Yes,
so we're interested in
about
that.
922 Ghanaians caught up in Israel.
Exactly. So in the foreign nations who have the capacity, please, we need our compatriots back home. If you can help us, we'll be most grateful.
Now, civil society organization Democracy Hub has filed a lawsuit against the government challenging its policy of deporting foreign nationals arrested for illegal mining, Galamsey, without prosecution. The lawsuit names the Minister for the Interior, the Ghana Immigration Service, GIS, and the Attorney General as defendants. The government's deportation policy has been in place since the current administration took off, with over 100 foreign nationals, including Chinese citizens, deported for engaging in illegal mining and related offenses. So Democracy Hub is taking the government on for this particular direction.
Core of that matter is whether if you are prosecuting Ghanaians, you do something like that, you prosecute them under the law.
Why should foreigners then be sent away?
Equality before the law under Article 17 is seriously.
Meanwhile, the Minister for Interior and the Minister for so Parliament has summoned Muntaka and Jinapo over drowning of Laura SHS students.
Okay.
And Muntaka is the Interior Minister, and this is in relation to the drowning of, I think, 6 or so students over the past couple of days.
Okay, now let me take you to a number of stories emanating from the Appointments Committee of Parliament. The first one on page 2 of the Chronicle says mandatory death penalty violates the right to life, and Jennifer Ambele says the Supreme Court nominee coming in from the Court of Appeal, Justice Dennis Dominic J, has made a passionate call for the abolition of the mandatory death penalty in Ghana, warning that the practice violates the fundamental right to life and exposes the country to international legal consequences. Now, appearing before the Appointments Committee of Parliament on Monday, June 16, 2025, Justice Dennis J argued that judges must be given the discretion to impose sentences in capital punishment cases instead of being bound by rigid legal mandates. Now, if you go to page 3 of the same newspaper, SC judges retiring at 75, no, I defer. Justice Jamape is quoted here, say again, the same reporter, the Supreme Court nominee, Justice Senyo Jamape, has categorically rejected calls to increase the retirement age of Supreme Court and Court of Appeal judges from 70 to 75 years. Now, appearing before the Appointments Committee on Monday, he said, quote, I will not agree with sending the retirement age of Supreme Court or Court of Appeal judges to 75. No, the retirement age as it stands now is 70 years. Superior Court judges retire on their salaries. Now, he went on to propose that we can use the judges for some other
duties,
responsibilities, including assessing cases and
one of them is also asking the judiciary to keep 70% of its IGF to boost efficiency. So lots of interesting policy proposals coming from
including
those.
the one Justice Ajua, who appeared yesterday, calling for paternity leave so that we as men too can also enjoy.
I think it's called Battles Kojo. Was that the name? All right, Caleb, let me come to you.
Between January and May this year, if you compare the number of people who have died through road crashes, the number has increased by some 18%. Yes, the news center has details, a complete breakdown, 18.9%. Now we are told that more people died through Okades, motor cycles. That alone killed 582 people, representing 45.9%, as all crash indicators record sharp increase. So something drastic must be done.
Did they give any reason for this?
So I'm sure,
because still on that story, DVL is also ordering a 14-day
transfer for mining construction equipment. That's more related to
and
mining.
then they're also asking for billboards which have not been properly cited to be removed,
cleared as soon as possible.
So maybe DVL should also get involved with the Road Safety Commission.
Very, very important
in this road crash matters.
Yes. Anyway, let me take you to some other stories. So Kofi Oforiatta, we are told, is contemplating asylum. Yesterday we got notice from the wife that the surgery went on successfully, but the Informer newspaper is saying that intelligence picked up by the paper suggests that former Finance Minister Nana Yao Oforiatta, who is under investigation by the Office of the Special Prosecutor, is contemplating seeking asylum. Now, although the available cable was silent on the host the host country, sources in the United States of America, where Mr. Oforiatta currently resides, alleged political persecution by Ghana's investigative bodies as reasons for the yet to be taking action. But if you turn to the page before that, which is page 2, GTech is warning 2 NDC MPs over honorary titles. I don't know why the people can't just drop the title and let's just move on.
Is this even an issue we should be worrying ourselves with? Now, let me take you.
We should respect the work that people put into earning their PhD.
So if they give somebody an honorary PhD, he's also earned it.
No,
he's earned it by dint of their social service.
Except that they are not required to use such
by
things.
which law?
Go and put it in your
is it a law or a convention? What law are they breaking?
That's the reason why GTech is writing to them. They are the people.
Of all the things GTech should do, this is what they be concerning themselves with.
They should. They are confusing people, and some of them are using it to teach. It's wrong.
If they are using it to teach, that one there's wrong. But if somebody decides to call himself doctor, is that your problem?
No, it's wrong. We should stop it.
Ghana Water Company has uncovered, won't stop it, a significant illegal water connection at Adwa Wangara condominium apartments in Cantonment. So, yesterday there were a lot of stories around this. According to the management facility, the apartment complex has relied heavily on its basement boreholes and an underground water tank for years. But Ghana Water Company say they acted on a tip-off, and upon investigations discovered that the apartment complex had been illegally tapping water from its pipelines. And therefore they went to do a disconnection. So it looks like that utilities themselves need to do a lot of work.
Absolutely.
To cut the waste, because we were told last year, for example, Ghana Water loses over 40% of its water through people's illegal connections and all of that. So
Ghana's gold tax in 2019 backfired, fueling smuggling surge. According to a report now, the 2019 withholding tax on artisanal gold drove miners underground, now scrapped, but damage still lingers. The details of this is on the High Street Journal. And U.S. travel ban while Washington tightens grip, China opens arms, the fate of Africa's trade alliance. Very interesting analysis over here, how Africa can take advantage of U.S. travel ban to do more with China as it's reduced, announced the zero tariffs and all of that. So very interesting analysis going on here.
The war has, Russia-Ukraine has entered its third year.
Yep.
And Israel-Iran has entered its 6th day.
Yeah.
So we have to be careful.
You see, wouldn't
it's serious.
There's a quote from Gladiator. It says that wouldn't be a good sight if kings can fight their own wars.
That's the thing.
We have
people are talking there and they're not fighting.
Yeah, they're not fighting. You have your kids sitting at home and enjoying themselves, and you are pushing other people's kids to go and kill themselves.
File a suit.
No, unfortunately.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Oh, jump on now.
Go, the go. Ah, Ugomi, at what time when you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my go be fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my go be inside?
I give you info. Make a feel the go be too small.
The go.
Yo, Pana. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel. Say Excellium. Choose Excellium. Choose quality.
My body, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh, you go work, but you know it's I on your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, cause you know it's I on your side. And when you dream, no say I did for you. And when you hustle every day, many wanna go. Anything you do, I did for you. Many want. If I believe I did your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I did your side, fidelity.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
7 o'clock City Business News brought to you by EcoBank and MTN. Yilati is here with the details. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard. It's midweek. This is the breakfast edition of City Business News brought to you by MTN, Goil and EcoBank. Our headlines: Ghana should not rush back to the international capital market over our latest credit rating upgrade. We'll be hearing from financial sector players this morning. Also, Bank of Ghana not targeting fixed exchange rates, the governor says, clarifying the bank's policy direction. Much later, oil marketing companies warn of sector challenges as they accuse boss of overstepping its mandate with fuel trading activities. I am Ni Latte. Many thanks for joining us this Wednesday morning. Details of our stories now. Finance lecturer at the University of Ghana Business School, Professor Patrick Esumin, is advising Ghana not to consider its next steps following a recent credit rating upgrade by Fitch Ratings. Fitch raised Ghana's long-term foreign currency rating to B- with a stable outlook over a shift in market sentiment. However, speaking to City Business News, Professor Sumin warned against any immediate return to the international capital market to issue Eurobonds. He argued that while the improved rating is a positive signal, Ghana must consolidate its economic recovery and reduce reliance on external debt before considering fresh borrowings.
We cannot enter the capital market as long as we are in the IMF program. We will not enter the capital market, even if our credit rating went to AA. That's what we are signed on to. So we will not enter the market now. And in my view, we should not even be thinking about re-entering the market to issue new Eurobonds. The Eurobonds and this extensive external borrowing has been extremely problematic for the Ghanaian economy. We still have problems in the economy to fix. I think what we have done so far is in 2025 try to put government finances back in some order. But even with that, we are not completely out of the woods because the budget that has been announced for 2025, we cannot have that kind of budget again in 2026 or 2027 or beyond. So the sustainable tax reforms that will bring in revenues on consistent basis to ensure that we are in a position to service our debt and we cut the deficit substantially.
That was finance lecturer at the University of Ghana Business School, Professor Patrick Esumin. Now, Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiama, says the central bank is not pursuing a fixed exchange rate or operating within a predetermined band. He stresses that the bank remains committed to a flexible exchange rate regime, one that responds to market fundamentals and can absorb external economic shocks.
IMF-supported program is yielding results. Fiscal discipline is restoring credibility, and external financing flows have improved. Combined with sustained disinflation, positive real interest rates, and resilient export and remittance inflows, these developments have anchored expectations and restored confidence in the currency's value. So let me be clear, colleagues. We are not pursuing a rigid exchange rate target or a predetermined band. None of those. The Bank of Ghana remains to a flexible exchange rate regime, one that is anchored in fundamentals, responsive to shocks, and supportive by credible policy tools.
That was Dr. Johnson Isiama, Governor of the Bank of Ghana. The Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies is warning of impending sector challenges due to the operations of the Bulk Energy Storage and Transportation Company Limited BOST, which it says is drifting from its core mandate. COMAC maintains that BOST, which is mandated to serve as a strategic fuel reserve and supplier during shortages, is now engaging in retail fuel trading, a situation that places it in direct competition with private players. Speaking on face-to-face on Channel 1 television, the Chief Executive Officer of the Chamber, Dr. Reverson Opon, said the practice distorts market fairness and undermines the role of other state institutions like the Tema Oil Refinery, which remains underutilized.
We would import like any other BDC. They cannot sell directly to an OMC. They need to sell through a BDC to an OMC. If they are both buying from an IOTC at the same landing price, and now they need to sell through a BDC, I don't know how their pricing really works for them. If Tema Oil Refinery is selling through a BDC, it makes sense because it's a refinery. So you look at it from the FOB point of view. So I'm going to a refinery in Europe to buy fuel. So I become a trader. So if the BDC is buying from TOR to sell to an OMC, it makes a lot of sense within the operational value chain of the oil and gas industry. For a BDC to buy from BOST before it sells to an OMC is where we have a lot of challenge. If you look at the mandate of BOST is not supposed to be trading, unlike it's been doing now.
Dr. Reverson Opon is CEO of the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies. Now, management of Citi FM and Channel 1 Television has paid a courtesy visit to the leadership of the Universal Merchant Bank UMB as part of ongoing efforts to strengthen institutional collaboration and explore new areas of partnership. The visit forms part of the media organization's broader engagement with key financial institutions aimed at fostering cross-sector cooperation to support national development.
The delegation from Citi FM Channel 1 TV included Managing Director Samuel Atamensa, General Manager Bernard Avle, Head of News Vivian Kailoko, Business Development Manager Omani Mensa Bonsu, Head of Events and Partnerships Frema Edunyame, and Sales Manager Miriam Ivy Ojo. Discussions during the meeting focused on strategic areas for collaboration and reinforcing the long-standing relationship between the two organizations. Speaking at the meeting, General Manager of Citi FM and Channel 1 TV, Bernard Avle, congratulated Dr. Philip Otimensa on his appointment as Chief Executive Officer of UMB and commended the bank's contribution as an indigenous financial institution towards Ghana's economic recovery.
As an indigenous bank, you have a very strategic role to play in the country because capital is also very cultural. So we expect that as the macroeconomy improves and your team takes important decisions about where to support, Ghana's recovery will be permanent. So we're really willing you on, and we're here to offer our platform for a number of things, for intellectual discourse around the financial sector, and also to activate meetings with potential clients, and then also to assure the general public that the financial sector is working well.
For his part, Dr. Philip Otimensa welcomed the delegation and expressed appreciation for the visit. He disclosed that UMB is currently undergoing a series of reforms under its new leadership aimed at repositioning the bank to better serve evolving needs of Ghana's banking sector.
We are happy to welcome the Channel 1 group with Citi FM. We are very happy to welcome you. And I'm here with my ESCO members. And UMB is going through transformation based on the leadership change that has happened. And, our vision has not changed. We want to be a top-tier bank. Years ago, we used to be a top-tier bank. Things changed, but, that's part of the cycle of a business. But we are coming back very strongly. And one way that we want to differentiate ourselves in the market is through service quality.
Chief Executive Officer of the Universal Merchant Bank, Dr. Philip Otimensa, ending that report by Daniel Sakiti. Let's move on now, and small and medium-sized enterprises are being urged to adopt financial checklists as a core part of their business strategy to enhance profitability and long-term sustainability. Many SMEs still operate without proper budgeting, expense tracking, or revenue forecasting, key tools necessary for effective financial management and business growth. Here is Cluster Manager, SME Banking at Absa Bank Ghana Limited, Edward Maldem, speaking on week 3 of the Citi Business Festival 2025 on a series.
Financial checklist is just a guide that helps the SME owner to direct its focus towards the right elements of the business. A typical financial checklist should compose of some key items. For instance, you take cost management as one of the groups of items that should be looked at. You take financial planning as another. Then you take risk management as another. Then there is one that usually attention is not given to, and that is choosing the right financial partner.
Edward Maldem is Cluster Manager, SME Banking at Absa Bank Ghana Limited. You can catch the full conversation later this morning at 9 a.m. on the Citi Breakfast Show and at 10 a.m. on Channel 1 TV. The 2025 Citi Business Festival is powered by Citi FM and Channel 1 TV with support from Absa Bank, MTN Ghana, and Zonda Tech Ghana Limited. Now, preparations are in full swing for the maiden edition of the Agri Fair, set to take place from Friday, June 20 to Sunday, June 22 at the Ifwa Sutherland Children's Park here in Accra. Organized by Channel 1 TV, the event will gather key stakeholders in agriculture. Head of events and partnerships at Citi FM and Channel 1 TV, Frema Edunyame, says patrons can look forward to fresh quality farm produce at affordable prices.
We are very, very ready. Sponsors are ready. Exhibitors, I believe, are packing their fresh farm produce to make their way to the Ifwa Sutherland Children's Park. So in terms of preparations, we are very, very ready. The great thing is this time around, we don't have middlemen as it will typically happen in the market. So now we are just bringing the farmers themselves to come sell their fresh farm produce. So we don't have any middlemen, nobody in between. You are dealing directly with the farmers. And so if you are an individual, if you are a company, for example, a hotel, a restaurant, we are just inviting you all to come in, because we are just directing you and connecting you straight to the source. And that also means that the produce are going to be sold at highly discounted prices.
Frema Edunyame is Head of Events and Partnerships here at Citi FM and Channel 1 TV. See you on Friday through to Sunday. That's our package for this morning. We have more news for you on citynewsroom.com/business. I'm Neela Telati. Do have a good business day.
Charlie, where are you?
Boss man, I'm at the bank.
Really? But your car is in front of your house.
Bro, my bank on my phone, Charlie.
Oh, how?
EcoBank, bro. With EcoBank mobile app, I can do everything, anywhere, anytime. Listen, I just checked my account balance, paid Ahmed's school fees, and sent money to my grandma at Walwale.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Masa, just download the EcoBank mobile app from the Google Play Store or the App Store, or dial *770# and be your own bank manager.
Manager.
Whether to pay bills or fees, to check account
account statements, send money across Ghana, abroad, and more. EcoBank mobile app has got it covered. EcoBank Mobile, making everyday people live everyday lives the EcoBank way. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
Afternoon.
Oh, afternoon.
Please, Momo.
Deposit or withdrawal?
Withdrawal.
Ah, I like how you say withdrawal. How much?
500 Ghana.
Why allow cash out?
Yes.
I feel ball number no mommy why.
0241 789.
Ah, nice one. Approve.
Please, the agent's name, is it Mipiska Bebre to Coin Ventures?
Hey, into what body you now?
She. My alert, I have to verify.
Always confirm the name of the person you are receiving money from before accepting a request. If you receive a request from a friend to send money to an unfamiliar number, call to confirm before taking action. Do not share your number with strangers for the purpose of receiving e-cash in exchange for physical cash, because the source could be criminal and result in legal actions against you.
MTN.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
13 after 7, and the breakfast edition of the City Business News, delivered by Neil Latte, was sponsored by EcoBank and MTN. EcoBank is providing you a money emergency number so that anytime you find yourself in a money emergency, you do not have to panic. Just dial *770#. With *770#, EcoBank gives you instant access to loans, funds transfer, utility payments, airtime and data purchases. And what I love about it is that you can get all these even without data. So next time you have a money emergency, please do not panic. Just call EcoBank's money emergency number, *770#, and you will be sorted. EcoBank is the Pan-African bank. And MTN says if you've ever thought about what true convenience means, then they make it simple for you. Convenience is finding easy solutions to everyday hassles. Speaking of easy solutions, have you heard about M-Care from MTN and MedPharma? That's convenient healthcare for everyone. Let's face it, being sick is no fun, and neither is waiting in long queues for healthcare. But with M-Care, all that hassle disappears. With the silver and gold packages, you get to choose between 10 Ghana cedis and 161 Ghana cedis per month, and you enjoy access to a doctor anytime, anywhere, and an efficient e-pharmacy with medication delivered to your doorstep. And guess what? It comes with life insurance cover for hospitalization and death, and health insurance depending on your package. Unbelievable, right? Now I ask, what's more convenient than this? Download the MedPharma app to sign up to the silver or gold package today. It's time for Kickoff. Gabi Affair joins us looking sharp as ever. Kickoff is brought to you by Lesheho, Shell, and Polytank. The Shell says the Don't Kumi campaign has come to you. You deserve financial peace. Until the end of the month, they've reduced their interest rates just for you. No matter your expense, they've got the right loan just for you. So call or WhatsApp Nana 02700 4799 02700 4733. Let's make life easier. Let's share. Let's improve life. And you need a tank to store water, given all the disconnections we are hearing of here and there, and the water challenges. It's raining as well, so save water, store water. Do that with Polytank. Is the name we all trust. They've been around for more than 30 years. Guaranteed quality is what you have when you choose Polytank. So no matter the size, durability is assured. You get the same price when you visit a Polytank partner shop. Polytank is the original, always the best. The caution is that they do not request for Momo payments online. And nothing ruins a good ride like your bike slowing down, gears getting stiff, and your engine overheating. And frequent oil changes in this economy, Charlie. No biker has time or money for that. That's why fully synthetic Shell Advance AX7 and Shell Advance Ultra now offer longer drainage intervals for motorbikes, so you spend less time attending to unexpected breakdowns and more time cruising the road. Fewer breakdowns, better performance, more more freedom. Next time you service your bike, use Shell Advance AX7 and Shell Advance Ultra. Shell Advance is the complete protection for your bike. It's time for Kickoff, and Gabi Affairs here.
Right, Wednesday morning. Welcome to Kickoff on 97.3 Citi FM. Kickoff is proudly brought to you by Shell, Gowo, Zonda GH, Politangana, and Lasheho. Let's improve life. Coming up, we have some boxing news, updates from the club, World Cup, and some volleyball news in the next 10 minutes. Alright, let's get into it, and we start off from boxing. The Ghana Boxing Authority confirmed the successful repatriation of the body of Nigerian boxer Gabriel Oluwasegun Olarinwaju, who tragically passed away in Ghana in March this year. Now, as part of preparation for the final rites in Lagos, the GBA dispatched 2 reps, Gideon Hassan Apia, a member of the GBA board, and Latekwe Lati, head coach of Fitz Square Boxing Gym, who traveled ahead with the body's arrival at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport. And per the update, the body arrived last night, but there's more in this report.
Gabriel just went down there and... Oh my goodness.
It's been a little over 3 months since the tragic incident at the Bukom Boxing Arena, where Nigerian boxer Gabriel Oluwasegun Olarinwaju collapsed during a bout and later passed away at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. In the aftermath, several developments have unfolded involving the Ghana Boxing Authority, the Nigerian Boxing Board of Control, and the Ministry of Sports and Recreation. A 7-member committee chaired by Major Retired Amakaya Matefio was set up by the Sports Minister Kofi Adams to thoroughly investigate the circumstances surrounding the boxer's death. The committee's findings were subsequently submitted to the ministry, paving the way for the successful repatriation of the boxer's remains. On Tuesday, June 17, 2025, Gabriel Olarinwaju's body was airlifted from the Kotoka International Airport en route to Lagos, Nigeria. The Communications Directorate of the GBA expressed gratitude to the Nigerian Boxing Board of Control for their cooperation throughout the process.
They've been very collaborative, even though from the beginning they put out some misconceptions out there that it was due to our negligence. But when we give them the scenario, we give them the narrative regards to why would they give him a license when they knew the guy has ABC. When we even found out from them the medical checkup that the guy underwent before they gave him the license, it is really laughable. They did not get deeper, but we wouldn't want to put this in public domain. So we were really very collaborative with them. As we speak now, they've hosted the Ghanaians who are currently in Lagos. They are all waiting to go to the Murtala Mohammed International Airport to receive the body. The body left this morning, and we hope that it will get there safely.
The GBA also accused the Ministry of Sports and Recreation for failing to offer any support throughout the process.
GBA President continuing as a lone ranger. When it even got to the mortuary, the last time that he visited the minister, after all that the GBA spent in the process, informed the minister that so if they could help with the cost of mortuary, because it was kept in the mortuary for almost about 2 months, that cost the GBA 8,000 Ghana. So GBA paid the 8,000 Ghana. We paid for the air flight $1,000. We paid 5,000 for custom, charges. We've also paid for the coffin that cost the GBA 3,000 Ghana.
The GBA further revealed that the authority has presented $3,000 to its representatives in Nigeria. This comprises a $1,500 purse from Gordon Frimpong, CEO of Osibot Boxing Management, and a $1,500 donation from the GBA itself.
All right, so that's a report from the Ghana Boxing Authority with regards to the death of the Nigerian boxer Gabriel Oluwasegun Olarinwaju. Now, away from boxing, the Ghana Football Association has officially announced that the 2025-26 GPL season will commence on the weekend of September 12 and conclude on the weekend of May 23, 24, 2026. Now, it's aligned with the 23rd edition of the FIFA World Cup scheduled to take place from June 11 to June 19, 2026, ensuring that all elite domestic competitions will be completed before the global tournament begins. But before the season starts, the GFA's Ordinary Congress is scheduled for August 12, 2025. And the Champions of Champions, that the 2025 edition, are between Premier League champions Gold Stars and MTN FA Cup holders Asante Kotoko will take place on August 31. That's on Sunday in that competition there. Well, away from football to some volleyball staff, and the acting manager director of Bulk Energy Storage and Transportation Company Limited, that's Boss Afechi Awono, has assured that Kalibi Volleyball Club of the company's continued support to help the team secure a gold medal in the 2026. And now this pledge follows the team's recent success in winning a bronze medal at the Zone 3 of the Volleyball Club Championship held in Burkina Faso. That championship, which ran from May 25 to June 1 this year, featured 12 men's clubs and 8 women's clubs from 5 West African countries.
Looked at the request, it was doable and within our means. We didn't do much, but to help them get transportation to take them all the way to Ouagadougou to participate in the tournament. No, it should be sustainable. I mean, as a national company boss, we are here to support our people and our citizens in any way that we can. Not just in what we do, but in everyday aspects of Ghanaian life. So once the request comes and is doable within our means, within budget, and is accountable, we will support.
All right, so now let's get to Europe, and Daniel Levy has broken his silence on Ange Postecoglou's sacking, saying winning the Europa League wasn't enough, and he wants to win the Premier League title. Now, Postecoglou's dismissal, described as a unanimous decision by the Spurs board, came 16 days after he guided Spurs to a 1-0 Europa League final win over Manchester United to claim their first European trophy in 41 years.
We felt that we needed to change. You know, I've got an excellent relationship with him. I told him you're always going to be part of our history. Himself and his family always welcome back. It was a collective decision. It wasn't my decision. We do everything together. Emotionally, it was difficult, but we believe we've made the right decision for the club. I'm very grateful to Ange. You know, I don't regret appointing Ange. You know, in his first season, we finished 5th, and in our second season, we were over the moon to win a trophy. And you saw the outpouring of emotion with the parade. You know, it was just incredible. We've won a European trophy. It's not enough. It's what we haven't done that is more important. You need to win the league. We want to win the Premier League. We want to win the Champions League. But, you know, we want to win.
All right, so that's CEO Daniel Levy speaking there. Now to the FIFA Club World Cup results from yesterday's games. Fluminense played out a goalless draw with Borussia Dortmund. River Plate beat Roar Reds. Mamelodi Sundowns also beat Ulsan. HD Monterrey and Inter Milan played out a 1-0 draw in the games from yesterday. Later today at 4 p.m, Manchester City will take up with Wydad Casablanca of Morocco. We hear from City's boss, Pep Guardiola.
But of course, we travel. We were lucky. We travel around the world for many, many years through football, sometimes with the holidays, and of course, I'm pretty sure it's a beautiful place to go, and I'm pretty sure it's so. Today the football brought up all around the world, so for the fact that maybe we don't tournament, so I have a huge respect, and we saw them when we could see how physically strong and how good they attack in behind the channel. So of course, but we have a game plan. We are here to make a good tournament, and tomorrow we start.
All right, so that's Manchester City's Pep Guardiola. His side will take on Wydad Casablanca later today at 4 p.m. At 7 p.m, AS Madrid taking on Al Hilal in that game there. And later at 10 p.m, we have Pachuca taking on Salzburg in the FIFA Club World Cup. Now, let's finish off with some updates from the transfer market. And RB Leipzig want a deal worth somewhere between £68.4 million and £85.5 million for Arsenal target Benjamin Sesko. Now, the reports are that Arsenal have held initial talks with Leipzig about the striker this summer, but so far there's been no formal offer made by the Premier League club. Well, Bernardo Silva has also confirmed he will stay at City for the coming season, and he looks set to wear the captain's armband for Manchester City in the new season. Well, that's the very latest in the world of sports. For more, you can head to citysportsonline.com, and on X, you can find us at City Sports GHA Kickoff was proudly brought to you by Shell Go Well, Zonda GH, Polyton Ghana, and Lesheho. Let's improve life. I am Gabby Ofa. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do take care and bye-bye.
Stronger brand you can trust. Polytank, we get some more Rambo and get some more super. And the Poly challenge we did. Papa no no, 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 Ankasa. Polytank, the original, always the best.
Services, innovative financial solutions. We deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's share go, we improve your life. Even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, let's share go, let's share go, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama. Let's share go, we improve your life.
Endurance, the biker, has a 1000cc sports bike. He has one rule. Hey, don't touch my machine. Lion, the delivery guy, with a 250cc bike, has one rule.
Media no delays, because when people are hungry.
Where's my delivery?
Please, I'm on my way.
If you love your motorbike, then you need Shell Advance AX7 and Shell Advance Ultra for longer lasting protection and a longer drainage interval, keeping your bike going further, no matter what bike you own.
Charlie, and because of Shell Advance Ultra, my 1000cc Ducati and I can travel from here to Burkina and back.
And me, Lion, I know the chair for road, because my bike, they chop better Shell Advance AX7.
For bikes that go the distance, Shell Advance keeps you ahead. Next time you service your bike, use Shell Advance AX7 and Shell Advance Ultra.
Shell Advance, the complete protection for your bike.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
The Money Matters segment is brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Welcome to the Money Matter segment with Petra. True wealth is built with balance. Imagine a table with one leg. It wobbles, but with 3 or 4, it stands firm. Your investments work the same way. Combine mutual funds, fixed deposits, and real estate, all available at Petra. If one area experiences stagnation or even a dip, the others help carry you forward. At Petra, we help you build a strong, stable, and growth-oriented portfolio. Ready to start? Dial *447*70# and let's do life together. Petra, achieve more.
The Money Matters segment was brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Day and night, power your life. Steady lights, not a future brighter. Pay small, start today. Find your comfort, the translate way. Doom so now it's thing of the past. Strong solar power built to last. Clean and green for a low price. Don't waste your time, call Translite. The bill go drop when the sun go rise. No more darkness, everybody shine. No wahala, no more stress. Brand new solar, only the best. Charlie, start today. Have your freedom, the Translite way. Feel the power in every ray. Fresh energy, the Translite way. With Translite Solar FlexiPay, you can get a complete solar power system for as low as 49,000 Ghana cedis.
Call us today at 050-424-9229 or 020-654-2454.
Translite Solar. Translite Solar.
Ojo, it's 3 a.m. What now? Ojo, not again. It's 4 a.m. What's now?
Sorry. Last year was Yatisubium. This year, crowd, we've gone lower. Yasaya Tiso. I'm back with good news. Amazing news. I've been so cool. SG Ghana loans are back with even lower interest rates. If you're a salaried worker, whether you're on CAGD payroll, work with an SG Ghana listed institution, or already bank with SG Ghana, this is your time. Whether it's completing your dream home, paying school fees, or handling other personal needs, SG Ghana has the perfect loan for you. Walk into any SG Ghana branch from now till September 2025 and ask about Yasaya Tisu Loans promo. Let's help you get things done. You can also call 0302-214-314 for more details. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
In every Ghanaian home, there's a trunk. Not just of GTP fabrics, but also stories and tradition passed on from mother to daughter to help her discover herself, to shape her dreams and hopes, to usher her into becoming a woman wrapped in purpose. Celebrate every woman's journey of growth into womanhood with the new GTP Mother's Day collection, now available at all accredited dealers nationwide, the GTP retail store in Osu, and online at shop.gtpfashion.com. Verify authenticity by matching the code on the edge of the fabric with the code on the label. GTP, life styled.
Options may bring. Convenience may bring.
Open up a world of financial convenience with Solace. Download the Solace Finance app from the Play Store or App Store today. Solace Ibaku.
Rise and shine, it's another day to stay on point. Toast to spread it, it's still on point. Fortune spread it all day long. Still on point, yes, it's still on point.
It's still on point.
Fortune spread,
it's still on point.
For your bread,
it's still on point.
For your toast,
it's still on point.
It's yummy, delicious.
It's still on point.
Still on point, yes, it's still on point.
It's still on point.
Still on point, yes, it's still on point.
It's still on point.
For your toast, it's still on point.
It's still on point.
Fortune spread, it's yummy, delicious.
It's still on point.
Fortune spread, delicious, creamy, and always on point. This advert is FDA approved.
From back in the day, when Afro hair was trending and children had to queue to play Kojo's video game, Fun Milk was always irresistible. Today, it's an after-school source of refreshment. For you stuck in traffic and for us looking to cool off under the sun, the invitation is always that sound. So, whatever your choice, Fun Milk quality products keeps you cool and refreshed. Fun Milk triggers so much fun and excitement with just a blast of a horn. Fun Milk, spreading joy to everyone. This advert is FDA approved.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
City 97.3. More variety.
$7:39 on the City Breakfast Show. Today is Wednesday, the 18th day of June 2025. Big things happening this weekend. Couple of quick happy birthday requests coming through.
Yes, please.
Carla, please help me out.
Can you wish my brother Charles Entry Quating of ENI a happy birthday, bro? I pray for God's blessings for you. I wish you great health, wealth, and long life. We wish you the best of the years ahead. Enjoy eating out your name. Good morning, Bernard. Trust you're well. Happy birthday to my darling husband. As God, we pray God grants you as God grants you an additional year, may He grant you all your heart desires in good health and great wealth. I love you from your daughter Nstroma and the entire family. Lots of kisses. You add story. His name is Major Ransford Owusu Opong. Okay, thank you. Happy birthday to Mrs. Rita Otreboahene from your husband Emmanuel Otreboahene, aka Top Chef, opposite All Nations University Koforidua, and your lovely children. God bless you and make you great. Medopa is the message. Happy birthday, my lovely wife. Today I celebrate not just your birth, but the incredible blessing you are to my life, Erica Okanse. Your kindness, your strength, and unwavering love continue to inspire me every single day. You're a gift from God, and I thank Him for the joy of walking through life with you. Goes on and on.
All right, let me do a few more. Happy birthday to Evelyn Ajipoma Boating, CID Police Headquarters and GH Media School. Wishing you long life from Ronald Kwame Slash. Wishing my lovely daughter Lainey Uwelina Mpevu a happy birthday. May your special day be as bright and beautiful as your smile. I love you, my little miracle, from your mom Constancia Nutifafa. And wish my brother-in-law Albert Selom Agbemanu a happy birthday from Agama. All right, so let me do this again. So this is from the wife and daughter to Major Ransford Owusu Opong. Happy birthday to you. You deserve a brand new car. VW is offering the Virtus, the Tijuan, and the Amarok at used car prices. Walk into any of our retail outlets with your used car budget and you may drive out a brand new car. Call or WhatsApp 025 79 56 688 for more information about our range of models: the Virtus, the T-Cross, the Tijuan, the Allspace, the Terramont, and the Amarok. From Wiggle Vision Limited, Ghana's leading tech hub, comes Frog, the ultimate platform for USSD, OTP, voice, and bulk messaging. Frog offers unbeatable rates to all mobile networks in Ghana, helping your business reach more people faster, whether it's bulk SMS, voice SMS, IVR, or USSD. Visit wiggle.com.gh or frog.wiggle.com.gh or call 055 417 0599. If you're looking for a smarter, faster, and more secure way to manage your finances, look no further. With the award-winning Fab mobile and internet banking solutions, banking is now easier, faster, and more convenient. Join the Purple Bank and feel the Purple experience, where convenience meets innovation. First Atlantic Bank, 2 times Digital Bank of the Year in a row. First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different. If you haven't yet tried KB Chocolate, you're missing out. Get your hands on KB Chocolate goodness. It's super easy. You may find KB Chocolate at all Palace malls. Also at Migmart, East Legon, Wild Gecko Handicraft Shops at Kotoka International Airport. In US, we are in the Chicago area. Check us out at Romeoville, Abyss Market, and also in the One African Market at Bolingbrook. Kabi also produces custom-made chocolate gifts for corporate events and businesses. The ORC is reminding all registered businesses to note that there will be no extension beyond 30th June for filing annual returns and renewal of business names. Companies who fail to file annual returns with financial statements shall be deemed non-compliant and will be liable to pay a penalty of 1,000 cedis in addition to filing fees. For more information, please call 059-952-5774. Please note that the ORC does not operate any Momo account, therefore disregard any such request for Momo payments. All right, so what's the big thing this morning? We have many things to talk about, but we're starting off with the one that we are passionate about.
Yeah, man.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we are bringing you Agri Fair 2025. We're really excited about it. It's a big one for us. We've been doing these things in different ways, and this morning I've invited my boss to come and talk to me about the Agri Fair, to walk us through what it is, when it is, why it is, how it is, who it is for. It's very important. We have some exhibitors already joining us in studio as well. They will tell us what they will be bringing to the table. Simon, thanks for joining us.
Thank you once
Let's
again.
assume you've never been on this program before, never spoken to you before. So you've been talking a lot about the Agri Fair. What is the Agri Fair? Why are we so passionate about it?
The Agri Fair, which is being organized by Channel 1 TV and Citi FM, is a one-stop shop, a destination where we showcase fresh agricultural produce. So we are talking about livestock, we are talking about crops, we are talking about fisheries and the aquaculture space. We also know that things are happening within this sector, but we are not able to extract the full benefit or the full value of what happens because there are impediments from farm to table. The platform that we are raising is to promote what we have and also to talk about the potential to expand the footprint of agriculture. Now, this is consistent with government policy and the new direction that the Agri Ministry is also going. We have invited a number of exhibitors. They are in excess of 100.
And what are you inviting them to come and do? Are they just coming to show some of the things they have, or they're actually coming to sell it?
It's a sales exhibition.
So it's a sales exhibition.
Yes,
so it's not just for display.
No, not
they
just
are. They are selling.
They are selling at farm gate prices.
Can you repeat that?
They are selling at farm gate prices, so that if you went to Mokola and you are buying tomato for 60 cedis, you are likely to get it here for between 40 and 50 cedis. That's what the point we are making.
So we are not here to charge high prices.
No.
We are asking them to bring the farm gate to the children's park.
Yes. Showcase what they have and also try and build relationships with the public. There are a lot of them. The other day, a gentleman came here all the way from Afram Plains, just to try and market his chicken.
Wow.
You know, he was here a few times to market his chicken and said, look, we have it there. Our problem is how to get it to the market. Okay, so while we do this kind of promotion, I think the policy makers who are also busy trying to solve the problem should mind the gap.
Correct.
And the gap is a huge gap between the farm and the table. So that chain is what we are also interested in.
What makes you confident that inviting 100 and something farm businesses, agri businesses to come and exhibit is the right thing to do? Do people give the indication that they want to even buy these things?
Well, you know, people generally will buy out of convenience. Okay, and the convenience I talk about is within the space of accessibility.
Yeah.
And then they can look at quality and quantity. But if you have a quality product and your offering is in good quantities, and people cannot access, you have a bad business.
Yeah.
So we are trying to bridge that gap between these players within the agri-business space and consumers, potential customers.
Okay.
And that's what we are doing. Once you have access to them, the relationship begins. And then the next steps. It will be important to note that some of these outfits that are playing in this space have so much to offer, but they don't have what we call shelf space.
Correct.
The big supermarkets are selling chicken from other countries.
So they won't even give them the chance to put their products on display.
Exactly.
So a lot of people may not even know that they have this product.
Precisely. And Bernard, some of them too are perishable.
True.
And so the longer it stays out, the worse off it becomes. And so it's very important that in helping bridge the gap, we recognize the attention to speed. The speed in processing, speed in getting to the market, speed in creating a larger base of consumers,
and also bringing attention to one place.
Exactly.
That for the next 3 days, you're going to have all these people here, so that anybody who wants to buy in bulk or wants to buy for storage,
yes,
this is the place to come.
Or you want to get into the business
because
as a reseller, this is where you can come, because these people have huge farms. Okay, but the fact that you are a farmer, doesn't make you a good retailer. So once we have all of them together, the next thing is to engage them, and we are calling on listeners to come take part. One, you can buy at better prices
for your own consumption,
or
buy to resell.
And establish another business.
Or you're an off-taker who needs bulk purchase. You come and establish a relationship.
Exactly.
So this is what we are doing for the next 3 days. So it starts on the 20th.
That's Friday, yes.
22nd, 21st to 22nd. I'll come back to you. I just want to introduce some of the friends we have. Philip Amponsa is the brand communication manager. The managing director of Pap Farms. Forgive me, Pap Farms. Philip, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Bernard.
Wonderful. What is Pap Farms?
Pap Farms is it started as a poultry farm.
Okay.
But now we are into processing.
Wonderful.
Wow. And we raise our own chicken most of the time, and we also buy from ad growers.
Okay.
Other farmers to process for. And I do supply most of the big shops in Accra.
How many chicken do you have?
For processing, at the moment we have about 6,000 on our farm.
Okay.
But we can do over 20,000 on our own.
Over 20,000.
Yeah, but because of market issues, mostly we do as and when the demand comes.
When you say you process it, what do you mean?
We make it from farm to table.
From farm to table.
Ready for you to use in
the
kitchen. Yes.
Okay. So you slaughter the chicken, and do you also cut it?
Yeah, we do cutting. We have all the parts. Yes, we have all the parts. We do full chicken, we do breast, we do drumstick, leg quarter, wings, everything that you need.
And where are you based?
Our processing facility is at Amasaman.
But
we do delivery. Most of our customers are online customers, so we do delivery most of the time.
Online customers.
That's a smart one.
I see. So
we are huge on IG.
So people can go online and then.
Yes, we have a website also.
So they can order and then you deliver to them in various cuts.
Yes.
Do you do layers or broilers?
We do broilers.
Okay.
But some customers demand layers, so we also do the layers.
Because the layers are good for soup.
Yes.
And the broilers are good for jollof.
Yeah, for chewing.
So you do layers and broilers. Do you do eggs?
No, we initially when we started, we were doing eggs, but because of the delivery and the breakages,
the motorbikes were breaking.
Yeah.
So what are you looking forward to for the Agri Fair?
No, sorry. So you don't sell eggs at all? You don't deliver eggs?
We don't deliver eggs at all.
So your chicken, they don't lay eggs?
No, we have two types of chicken. We have the layer chicken and then
so the broilers just eat and grow?
Yes, they eat. If you want to let the broilers lay eggs, it means you have to change the feed that you give them.
You don't have Ifiakoko.
Efiakoko, maybe we can say the layer, because the layer we raise them for 2 years, so we can say the Efiakoko. But there are also the normal Efiakoko that.
But you have Akoko Rasta.
That one here, as Ensense, it's called Ensense.
Wasenke. Wasenke.
Ensense.
No, yours is Ensense, but we call it Wasenke. No, it wicked too much.
But it's a very
tasty. Yeah. Oh, revelation, Eureka! We have found it.
It's very tasty.
They say Wasenke is very tasty.
The one
with the naked
neck.
Yes. Yeah, Akoko Tokyo Joe.
How many? I'm asking. So, how you are looking forward to the Agri Fair, right?
Yes.
I see. And what quantities are you bringing?
Well, as many as the customers demand, will supply, because we have a car standby.
Okay. To be going and coming. I see.
Our challenge might be the waste issue.
How to manage it?
Initially, we were taught we were processing and bringing, but now they say we should bring them.
But you can also process and bring some if you have fridges.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I think in addition to processing in front of us,
we'll do that.
Like point and kill. This is the one I want. Kill him and give it to me.
And our chicken is you see, when we started, we were having difficulty with how to preserve the chicken. We're using ordinary freezers. But now we are able to install cold rooms in our facility.
Wow.
And when we process the chicken and I stand by and I watch the chicken, Charlie,
wow,
it's so beautiful.
Thank you. Beautiful chicken. Allah.
How long have you been in this business?
I started 2017.
Wow.
But I branched into, I started the eggs, but it wasn't that challenging.
Yeah.
So I read about, because I started and thought, why is it that this chicken is being imported into the country? So I thought, why don't I do something about this? So I read about it and bought my initial equipment from India. It's a small things that I bought. And then I started. So since 2019.
And how is the business going?
It's a bit of a challenge because the value chain has not well been developed.
Correct.
The value chain is a major issue, and if our leaders
what is the value chain?
The value chain is like those who will raise the maize for you, those who will raise the soya for you, the transporters, the cold rooms, the processing facility, the marketing centers.
Okay.
These are the value chain. If it's not well developed, there is nothing that the government can do, because they have to look at it. Because if you want to raising the chicken is the most cheapest of the value chain.
Okay.
The production of the broilers is the most cheapest. There are instances that interventions has come in, but because the value chain is not developed, it's not sustainable.
Wow.
It's at a point it goes off.
Okay.
So our leaders should look at the value chain.
Let
us develop the value chain so that we can sustain the business.
How will people identify you when they come to the place? What colors are your brand?
We normally use blue and red.
Blue and red. Is there a chicken drawing on it?
Yes.
Pap Farms.
Yes, Pap Farm. You will definitely see Pap.
Will you be there yourself?
Yes, I will be there.
Wow. We also have a couple of friends from a very interesting company.
But Bernard, the chicken, how much is it?
That's a good question.
The chicken,
yes,
at the moment, our prices are the most cheapest compared to my competitors.
Okay, how much?
For the fair, I will give the food. We have different sizes, but in our case, we are coming with the full chicken.
The bole one.
Most of them will be buying the full chicken.
Yeah.
A kilo will be 50 cedis.
Wow. 50 cedis.
A kilo.
Yes.
Yes.
A kilo is a full chicken.
Assuming it's a full. No, it's not.
Not
assuming
full. What's a kilo?
Food is 1.5 kilo to be 75 cedis.
1.5 kilo is 75.
2 kilos
is
to be
100 cedis. So a kilo is 50.
50 cedis.
Those of you who know, is it a good price?
But the live chicken, how much?
It's a good price. Okay.
The live chicken, it depends on,
50 is
where
good for
you
a
are
kilo.
buying it from.
No, at the fair.
At the fair, if somebody wants to buy the live,
yes,
we weigh and give you.
You weigh the live chicken?
Yes, and take about a third of the price. So
because you take the feathers off.
Yes, maybe we'll give
feathers.
Maybe we'll give it to you at 35 cedis a kilo at the fair. 35 cedis a kilo at the fair for the live chicken. Yeah, if you want to. But I will not advise people because we will not know how the weather will look like. But if you are not careful, the broiler is such a fragile.
When the weather changes,
Yeah, if you take it from there to your car, if you are not careful, by the time you get
so you can deal with it there for us.
Yes, you can.
So 50 per kg for processed.
Yes.
And then my Joyce is it Twakli? It's with Blue Skies, and she's here with Alistair Jimate. Joyce, you said the 50 is good, eh?
Yeah, it is.
You know chicken business. So, I'll reserve about 4 or 5 and come and pay for it. So we have Joyce Twackley and Alistair Jimete. They are from Blue Skies, and they are here to talk to us about the Agri Fair and what they will be doing. 28 years.
Yes.
Hey.
A lot of people know us for the juices, but the main business is the fresh cut that we export to Europe.
What fruits are we talking about?
Mango, pineapple, pawpaw, passion, ginger, banana.
All those things grow here?
Yeah.
Passion fruit?
Yeah.
Mango?
Yeah.
Pineapple? I see. And you've been in the business for 28 years as a company?
Yeah.
I didn't know the company was that old.
It is.
Amazing. So what you produce for the local market is the juice?
Normally it's the juice, the ice cream that you see, but the big chunk of the business is in the export of fresh cut to Europe. Yeah.
Amazing. Talk to me about the business. At least, how has it been? You guys seem to be the market leaders, right?
Well, yes. Currently, we have that unofficial title for now, and we do appreciate that. The truth, just like Joyce said, the whole focus of the business from the beginning is to reach out to the consumer with what we call fresh from harvest.
Okay.
Currently, we pride ourselves as the largest employer in the private sector.
Is it?
Currently, we employ over 5,000 people in our factory at Dobro. Yeah.
Over 5,000 people?
5,000 people, yes.
Hey.
And we are currently processing over 800 tons of mango.
You mean direct employment?
Direct employment, yes.
Jesus.
Yes.
And you do 8,000 tons
yes,
of mango?
Yes.
Where do you get it from?
So we get mango from all over the world. Wherever there is mango, we know how to get it here. Unfortunately, Ghana has a very unique mango season. Throughout the world, we are one of the few countries that have 2 seasons of mango.
Okay.
In other parts of the world, mangoes will flower fruit, and then you have to wait for another season. But in Ghana, our mango trees flower and fruit twice in a year. Even with that, we produce mango significantly about 16 weeks out of the 52 weeks in a year.
This is the big mango?
Yes, the commercial ones.
Okay.
And so we process mango.
That's a very big one that they sell by the roadside now.
Yeah, so we have the Kate Kent. And
when you
the one that they call Salo
mango. Yeah, people call it Salo.
Salo mango.
Where's the name from? Salo mango.
Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Salo mango.
It originally came from Sierra Leone?
Yes, that was where.
Because our mangoes are smaller.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, so Salo mango.
Yes.
No, Salo mango, Charlie. When you eat 2, Charlie, for 1 week, you eat again.
So mango is your lead fruit?
Yes, currently.
Mango is your lead fruit.
80% of what we process is mango.
And then you also do pineapples?
We do pineapples.
And then what else?
We do passion fruit, we do ginger.
Ginger?
Yes.
Where do you grow the ginger?
Oh, there are a couple of ginger growers in the country, but we also have our own.
So the ginger, do you also cut it and sell, or you mix it with your?
So it juices.
It's just to give it some kick.
Yes. And then coconut.
You also do coconut?
We process a lot of coconut. Ice cream is produced from coconuts.
Is it?
Yes.
So do you have coconut plantations?
We don't have some, but then there are a lot of coconut plantations, especially in the western region.
Okay.
So we get most of our coconut from there. Sometimes a bit competitive when the Nigerians comes into the market.
Nigerians also can buy our coconut.
If you go to the western region, they invade the area like nobody's business.
Oh, people like coconut, eh?
Oh, yes.
By the way, we'll be doing some agri clinics and training Paul on coconut too. But let's come back to, so what are you bringing to the Agri Fair?
So we are bringing everything from juices to ice cream to cut fruits.
Juices, ice cream to cut fruit.
Yes, I know what most Ghanaians knew about Blue Skies are freshly squeezed juice, which is natural without any preservative or any additive. But I think over the years we have also found from most of our consumers that people have a bit of challenge because of the cold chain challenge. People are unable to keep their juice. People buy our juice, they keep them in their cars, they come back, it explodes, and then they complain. So we've developed a new product. We call it Zest. Which is a bit more compatible to our way of life, so that people can manage with them. I'm sure Joyce will highlight on that, but we'll be bringing
it will chest more.
Oh yes,
because you brought me something. I put the thing in my fridge 2 days. I take the thing. I shouldn't take it again.
Yes.
So it's freshly to be drunk, the original one.
Yes, for our fresh juice, there's no preservative, there's no water, there's absolutely nothing.
It's just juice.
Yes, just juice. So the only means of preserving it is keeping it cold.
Okay.
And even the cold, it should be 8 degrees and below. And normally our fridges are nowhere near 8 degrees. That's the thing.
most domestic fridges have temperatures between 11 and 13. So any other product, water and other product, you put them there, they will be cold for you to drink. But if you keep Blue Sky juice there, you lose it by 3 days time.
After 3 days.
Yes, after 3 days you will.
But
lose
I can drink it on the 4th day.
You can if you keep it at a temperature below 8 degrees, you can even.
When the
drink it
thing
on the
wants to
last day.
spoil, when I see that the thing is spoiling, no, I have to drink.
When
it.
the fermentation starts. Some people prefer it that way, but we encourage people to drink it fresh anyway.
So you are bringing the zest also to
We are bringing the zest there. Yes.
Amazing.
We are bringing wonderful ice cream products from chocolate to
vanilla,
salted caramel.
Mango
Wow.
passion.
Yes.
Will you also do reduced prices since he is giving us 50 cedis per kilo?
Oh yes, I know our juice prices vary on the market.
Okay.
Depending on where you are getting it. If you go to the high standpoint, you definitely get it more expensive. But we are bringing it at factory price.
Okay.
Yes.
Amazing. So how will we recognize that it is Blue Skies?
Well, our logo will be there, the bird in the air, and I'm sure it will be more conspicuous at the place, and we would want everybody to come. And this is a platform where we are bringing these rich products to you. Thanks to Citi FM and Channel 1. The truth is that all the gaps, the traveling, the difficulty in traveling on the road to Insawam to even our juice bar to go and buy or meeting our track somewhere, we are bringing it to you.
At one stop shop.
Just come to the
You'll
fair.
be there for all the 3 days.
Trust me, we'll be there.
Children are coming.
We wish we'll be there for more than 3 days.
You want to be there for more than 3
days.
days. But just quickly, what do you guys think of the Agri Fair? Is this something that we should be doing regularly? Is it a good thing?
Bernard, for us, we think that I have continuously said that there is no way Ghana's economy will see any turnaround until we have a review of our value chain on the agriculture system. And I think Citi FM channel continuously provides that opportunity for agribusinesses and farmers to connect with each other and also to connect with the public so that people will get to know what we have. And we think that I've read this somewhere and I've believed that it said the man who has food has many problems. And then so a man who doesn't have food has only one problem: how to get food. And once food is available, it should be fine.
Amazing stuff. So we've been hearing from Joyce Twackley and Alistair Jemate. They are from Blue Skies. Also have Philip Amponsa from Pap Farms is the MD. Both organizations are among over 100 who will be exhibiting for 3 days starting from Friday all through to Sunday. It's the whole day. Children can come and eat. I'll come back to some minutes later on what else is going to be available. But I just want to thank you for coming in. Any final message from you?
Yes, I want to say that we will do grilling there.
You do grilling there.
Yeah.
You grill it there.
For people to taste.
Yes, for taste.
So it means it's for free.
Yes.
So your chicken is tastier than other chickens, eh?
You can't compare local chicken to any foreign chicken. And Ghanaians should understand that if I can process the chicken today and you can get it today,
yes,
you know the number of days that the chicken that you are going to have from the coastal house. These are some of the things. If you want to live healthy, we have to
see how you are looking strong.
I am a strong.
You local chicken. So you prepare it for us on Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
We'll do.
I can even smell it already as you are talking. I can smell it. Chicken with Blue Skies. Oh my God, it will be rough.
It'll be wonderful.
Oh my goodness, Charlie, thank you for being on the show.
Welcome. Thank you for having us.
Yes, please. So Philip Amponsa is from Pap Farms. Look out for them. They are blue and red. You will see the chicken sign PAP Farms, and of course Blue Skies will know the logo as well, with the beautiful bird flying. Alistair and Joyce and the whole team, Charity and Co, they all came through. Take a short break. Let me do tech and social media trends with Susu. We have a busy day of activities. Later in the morning, we'll be bringing you our honest series, and we call it SME Financial Checklist. All right, so time check is 7 minutes past 8. Let me just bring you tech and social media trends, and sponsored by
Telecel and First Bank. We are reconnecting with all our old customers. So if you've not used your account with us in a long while, I'm talking about First Bank. We are looking forward to serving you the gold standard of banking. Once again, please come back to us. Go to our website. Check us out on our socials. We have a link provided in the bio. Click on it and you're good to go. Alternatively, visit any of our branches nationwide. We are more than happy to receive your callers. 0596 921 921. We'll be looking forward to your email, firstsolutions@firstbankgroup.com. First Bank, you first.
All right, Mr. Graham, tell me what's trending this morning.
Well, a lot of Club World Cup, of course.
All right.
I believe people are warming up to the competition slowly.
Are the fans going?
Oh no, no! But you see, the times they are playing the games are not very conducive. Because if you are playing the games working time in America, where the sports is also not popular, it's a bit difficult. So that's definitely in the trends. I believe Inter drew their game. Dortmund played Fluminense. A lot of interest. Look, the South American teams, I'll say they are doing very well. They are doing well.
But Mamelodi Sundowns won.
Yes, Sundowns won as well. They beat Ulsan from Korea.
Okay.
River Plate beat Ura Reds
from Japan.
Yes. So very interesting. It's only Esperance of Tunisia who are a bit disappointing.
Who did they lose to?
They lost to Flamengo.
Okay.
Yes.
South American teams take this very seriously.
Yeah.
Take it very. Monterrey drew with Inter.
Yes.
Which is a Mexican team.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Wow.
So Inter are not too happy, and considering they have a new coach, it's a bit.
Who is their new coach?
Christian Kivu.
Oh.
Simone Inzaghi has gone to Al Hilal.
Hey, he's gone for Saudi money.
Hey. I'm supporting him. I need him back.
He move go Saudi. Charlie, quick. He has to cash in.
And Sergio Ramos scored for Monterrey, so of course he's in the trend. So
wow.
Old is good.
I tell you.
And that's what I like about some of these. We have seen a lot of what's the thing called? A lot of older players playing for the South American and North American
it's
teams.
Good.
So
and there are a lot of people with Ghanaian names in American teams. I mean, I follow MLS and I see a lot of Ghanaian. There was a Yao Yeboah guy who came to play for LAFC.
Has played for the Black Stars a little bit, but he's no longer in the.
But there are a lot of Ghanaians in the American league.
No, for sure. Yeah. Ibrahim Mahama and Azuma Nelson are in the trends. We saw that Ibrahim Mahama gifted Azuma Nelson a car.
Fortuna.
Yes.
So the whole Anthony Joshua thing was a move. Was it like Mohammed's son who brought him?
So Sharaf Mahama has his sports things he's been doing. So he did a fight. I believe they did it at the Bukum Arena. I believe he organized it with Amir Khan. I don't know if you remember the
British boxer.
Exactly. They organized it together. So I'm pretty sure that's how the Anthony Joshua thing came about.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I believe.
So Sharaf is promoting boxing.
Yes, but he does. I believe he's also a football agent and some other things.
Bad.
I believe he's very interested in sports in general.
That's good.
Yes.
So Ibrahim Mahama gave Azuma
a Fortuna.
Oh, Nelson Azuma. Zoom. Charlie, when you are free, go and watch Azuma's Jeff Fenech fight. In fact, my friend Nia Declerc shared it on a platform. I'll share it with you. That fight, I watched it at home. He did the first one in I think it was in the US.
Right.
And Azuma had a broken arm and Jeff Fenech gave him a tough time. So Jeff Fenech said he was robbing. He said it was a draw. So Azuma said, let's go to Australia in front of your stadium and do a rematch. Charlie.
That's one of the first people I took photos with when I started doing this job, actually.
Azuma. Oh my God, it's a legend.
And I'm not taking photos with people type person, but for him, I had to.
He's actually an absolute legend.
Yeah.
I'll share the Fenech highlights with you.
Yeah. But when I went there, it was a documentary viewing I went to.
Okay.
I believe actually I went with Ebu.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was very early. That must have been Ebu had just started his
documentary viewing. Was an Azuma documentary?
Yes. It was someone had done like a film or a documentary kind of thing about him, and I believe Fentio sent me in a boat to kind of go and so that was a while ago.
So Ibrahim gave him a Fortuna.
He deserves that and more.
Too much.
In fact, it's unfortunate because he didn't fight when the millions were
going
around.
Because
he was champion for 10 years.
He's in the boxing hall of fame.
Exactly.
I was like,
I mean,
great
for his weight class. He was one of the best for sure. Of course. Israel, Iran, still in their trends.
They're 6.
They are going to keep going. We saw the Iranians said they were doing some missile launch, but it looks like people are not too impressed with what they had to offer.
People are watching it like a movie.
That's what makes it would be funny. It would be funny if it wasn't so scary because it's almost like these people are making threats. We'll do this. They do it. And people are like you people promise and deliver. Like what's going on?
Social media is just crazy.
And it's because it's so far away.
Yeah.
It's become like a joke.
Yeah.
I feel like
people are not taking it as seriously, but it's a very
but
serious
also
situation.
It's partly because the propaganda the two sides are doing, where they two are kind of when you watch like wrestling or boxing, the way people talk before a fight, they try and hide. It's like the parties in the world too are doing that before an attack. So it's almost like the whole thing. And I saw an interesting interview with Tucker Carlson and Ted Cruz, where they were talking about Tucker Carlson took on Ted Cruz and basically attacked him for not knowing anything about Iran, even though he's claiming that they are going to do this. He said he doesn't know anything. So why is he? Because it looks like there's a fracture on the American right about whether they should attack Iran or not. It looks like the more
hawkish elements,
the MAGA people, let me say, the more MAGA people are make America great is America first, so we don't want to be there. And then there's the neocons, which is the traditional Republicans, which would be Bush, Cheney, and co. They are willing to do it. So yes.
Anyway,
tech news. So I'll say Trump has extended the deadline for the sale of TikTok for the third time. It looks like they are struggling to find a buyer. So the deadline was June 19th, but they said another 90 days will be added to the deadline. So we'll be waiting to see who buys TikTok. But it looks like they're having some difficulty selling the app for whatever, even though everyone is on TikTok. Maybe people feel like it will be difficult to make money from or something. But if I had the money, I'd buy TikTok.
That was Susu Graham with Tech and Social Media Trends.
Since 1894, we've witnessed the evolution of a brand and proudly partnered with its people on the path to prosperity. From the ink-stained ledgers of the past to the lightning-fast transactions of today, First Bank has consistently adapted, embracing innovation while cherishing the legacy of our heritage and making giant strides across the globe. It's not just about banking, it's about enabling your success generation after generation. Our legacy defined the past, shaped the present, and in 2094, we will still be fostering financial security and stability for future generations. We are helping to create a future where the possibilities are infinite, the opportunities borderless, and where the world looks up to Africa. Let's awaken the giant in you. You first. First Bank.
There is small money, there is big money, and there is too much money. Telecel Too Much Money promo is here. Dial *500# to opt in. In the Telecel Too Much Money promo, you can win 100 Ghana cedis cash in the daily draws, 20,000 Ghana cedis in the weekly draws, and 1.2 million Ghana cedis in the grand draw. That's 1.2 million Ghana cedis. Simply reload airtime to end points to stand a chance to win. Dial *500# or visit the Telecel Play app to opt in now for the Telecel Too Much Money promo. Terms and conditions apply.
Telecel, connecting energies.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Agri Fair 2025 is almost here. The much anticipated Agri Fair 2025 is just around the corner, happening from the 20th to the 22nd of June at the A4 Sutherland Children's Park in Accra. Get ready for a fun, educative, and exciting experience as we bring together the very best in agriculture, food, innovation, and entertainment all in one place. Exhibitors, if you have registered, it's time to pay and secure your spot before it's too late. Don't miss this opportunity to showcase your products to thousands of attendees. Call 0205-973-973 now to make your payment and lock in your space at Ghana's biggest agri event. Come and enjoy the freshest farm produce at unbeatable prices and treat yourself to sizzling kebabs made from beef, mutton, pork, chicken, and more. Don't miss this. See you there. The Agri Fair 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 City FM and is proudly sponsored by the Ghana Exim Bank, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, Development Bank Ghana, Agri Impact Limited, the Horticulture Business Platform, and Twellium Ghana Limited. Our technology partner is Farmerline.
When the pain is too much, don't know what else to do. So hunam ya wuya, na wunya wunya. Rapping all, we'll take the pain away. Rapping all, then my wuya na jai.
Rapinol is what you need.
Rapinol will relieve you of all aches and pain in your body. Rheumatic pain, menstrual pain, body pain, toothaches, and other feverish conditions. Rapinol is a quality product from Danex Itin Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. Not suitable for children below 16 years old, asthmatic, and ulcer patients. This advert is FDA approved.
Looking for the latest buzz in Ghana's entertainment world? Welcome to Ghana Weekend, your ultimate destination for all things creativity and entertainment.
Stay in the loop with breaking news, exclusive interviews, and then insider stories from your favorite creatives and stars. From music, movies, fashion and art, lifestyle and culture, Ghana Weekend brings it all together. Get a daily dose of entertainment, discover new talent, and never miss out on the creativity that defines our vibrant culture.
Stay connected with us across all platforms. Follow us on Instagram with the handle Ghana Weekend, on X Ghana Weekend, on TikTok Ghana Weekend, at Ghana Weekend TV on YouTube for the latest in entertainment, travel, and everything Ghana. Don't miss out. Join the Ghana Weekend family today. Ghana Weekend, where entertainment meets creativity. Visit GhanaWeekend.com now.
Still unbeatable. Republic Bank has slashed the Citi mortgage interest rate to a new low. That means it's more affordable to own your dream home. You enjoy lower monthly installments, save on interest payments, flexible loan arrangements, and more. Make the move. Own your home at a lower teen interest rate. But hurry, this offer lasts for a limited time. Visit any Republic Bank branch or send email to myhome@republicghana.com or call Accra 054-0109-649. Kumasi 054-0109-901 to apply today and enjoy a teen interest rate. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Girls, leave me and let me do my thing. I'm tired of everyone chasing the same old. Awesome intelligence is the new magic. Get your Samsung Galaxy A56, A36, or A26 5G. eSIM included. This trip, school go big as I pull out my awesome intelligence. Pictures, videos, slow-mo, filters will be awesome. That's the new Galaxy experience. So let me do my thing. Let me be different, unique, and most of all, awesome with my new Samsung A series. Grab your new awesome Galaxy A56, A36, or A26 5G. Level up your game with the new awesome.
Price starting at 4,199 cedis. Terms and conditions apply.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
(22:08) on the Citi Breakfast Show. We're still talking Agri Fair, but imagine waking up to serenity every day, surrounded by nature's beauty and luxury at your fingertips in a gated estate that you can call your home. At Western Villas, located at Mensa, our stunning homes redefine elegance. Every home is a masterpiece designed with precision and love. From swimming pool, gym, playground, beautiful landscape gardens, and private balconies, making every day feel like a retreat. We also have executive plot for sale at McCarthy Hill, strategically located and offer unparalleled views, easy access to amenities, and endless possibilities for executive living. With just 5% deposit, you can reserve your space. Contact us today to learn more about our luxury homes at Ai Mensa or executive plots at McCarthy Hill. Call Westin Villas on 053-650-2295 or visit westinvillas.com for more information. As we prepare to celebrate the amazing fathers and father figures, or as we still celebrate them, Fresh Look Eye Care is excited to bless our dads with special Father's Day promo. From now till 20th June, all fathers and indeed anyone who visits during this period can have a half-price discount on consultations, frames and lenses at any of our branches. Any lady who would want to partake must be accompanied by a gentleman.
Yes, sir.
Are you listening?
Some are available.
Any lady who would want to partake
must
be accompanied by a gentleman.
Your father.
No, there are gentlemen available to hire. You can hire us. You can hire us and we'll accompany you.
I'm available.
You can hire us. Visit any of our conveniently located branches at Adenta, Atomic, 37, East Legon, Hachoboshe, Spintex or Wager. We're talking about Fresh Look Eye Care. Phone number 76 12 65 4 or 0247 612 654. We are also a DVLE accredited eye test center. Fresh Look Eye Center, identity you can trust. You could have seen you on some billboard doing some glasses, Galamsebi. This girl. There's never been a better time to get things done, and SG Ghana is making it possible. Our low interest rates are back. Thank you. If you're a salary worker, whether you're on controller, accountant general's payroll, working with an SG Ghana institution or listed institution already banking with us, this is your time. From now till end September, apply and receive a loan from SG Ghana with your personal or business needs and enjoy unbelievably low interest rates. Yasan Atiso loan promo. Visit any SG branch or call 0302214314 for more details about the Yasan Atiso loan promo today. The Office of the Registrar of Companies is reminding all registered business owners and company directors, secretaries and partners of incorporated businesses that there will be no extension for the June 30 filing date. So please remember to file annual returns with financial statements no later than June 30. Otherwise, there will be a 1,000 Citi penalty. For more information, come to our offices or call 0302 666 081. So lots of comments about the Agri Fair, and if you can read a few for me.
Good morning, team. Please, any agro-processing machinery manufacturers coming to the fair? There is a demand for modern fish smoking technology now, as the traditional way of using smoke has been declared unhealthy. You mean firewood? Please find out if there is any company out there who is manufacturing and molding an efficient fish smoking technology. Thank you.
So that's the question. Are any agro-processing machinery manufacturers coming, or this is just for selling food?
I think we opened it up to all these category of service providers and exhibitors. I'm yet to see the exact, but there are some non-farm produce people coming.
Okay. Other ones, Caleb?
Right. So this great. Bernard.
Yes.
Akwa asense is called frizzled chicken, and then there is the naked neck. Both are tasty.
Very good.
Yabua sent that from China.
Yeah, no, that one we call it kukulu komededi.
Kukulu komededi.
Yes.
Oda komani. Okay.
The guy is listening from China, so it's probably in the evening.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
Right. Agri Fair is a great idea. I encourage it to be replicated in other regions of the country. It seems everything happens in Accra. You didn't add your name. Right.
All right. So the gentleman said there will also be grilling some chicken for people to taste on the side as well. What else is available beyond the selling of the fresh food at the Agri Fair starting from Friday, Samens?
So, of course, you have the livestock we've talked about, and people are coming with cattle, people are coming with goats, sheep, duck, rabbits, and all the others that you can talk about. And then you have the fish people coming, the tilapia people, the other one.
Catfish.
Catfish.
Thank you.
you know the fish with the infin.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that is the Ajunipa.
Thank you.
And then we also have the clinics.
Okay.
So those who want to, by the way, if you have registered with us to be part of it, we are about closing the opportunity to pay.
Mm-hmm.
So please call the number. If you can
0205 973 973.
Yes, for Agri Fair, and then pay before you can secure your booth. Without your payment, you cannot come. So we the last time I checked, like 230.
Are you talking about the clinic or the exhibitors?
No, the exhibitors.
Oh, wow. Then they have to pay by today. So that's 0205 973 973.
You know, so they have to pay to secure their spot. Yeah, and then we have the clinics. The clinics are where you learn how to. So you want to venture into all the things that we've been talking about: fruits, drinks, snail farming, mushroom farming, poultry, and all that. So you want to call the number.
That's 0558 973 973. So basically the 6 digits are the same, just that the first 4 digits are different. 0558 973 973. You can WhatsApp that number to just register for any of the clinics. That happens concurrently while this is going on. So yeah, those are the 2 key announcements. But you are making the thing sound like a very serious event. You know, come and buy and stuff. But Charlie,
no, it's serious.
It should also be relaxed.
It's serious fun. It's serious fun.
So, is there anything there happening that's like,
as you know, yesterday somebody called me and said anytime he sees the advert, he remembers pork show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He remembers pork show.
Right,
but would there be pork?
Very necessary.
There has to be.
So we have the kebab area. And the grills and the kebabs and all that. So you have chicken kebab, you have pork, you have goat, you have everything. I confirm everything.
Why are you calling that?
So there's an area for that.
Super.
Different
consequences. And then we also have in Chinchin Band our partners.
They'll be playing the market.
Yes.
God.
So in Chinchin will be there for Saturday.
For Saturday
and Sunday.
Okay.
And then you have drinks, you have water, you have you know.
Oh, beautiful.
So it's an Agri Fair party.
Thank you. Agri Fair party.
Agri Fair party.
Party after party.
That's right.
No, that's amazing. So it starts in the morning for each day, right? Around 10 o'clock or something?
Yes.
In the morning, and it's all day for the 3 days. Very interesting indeed. Now, don't forget that the fair is brought to you by Channel 1 TV, support from Citi FM, and is sponsored by Ghana Exim Bank. They were here yesterday. Legacy Crop Improvement Center, they've also been on the show. Development Bank Ghana were here a couple of days ago. And we also have Agri Impact Limited, whose CEO I interviewed last week, who spoke about snail farming and how easy it was to enter. We also have the Horticultural Business Platform, who will be here tomorrow. And then our tech partner is Farmerline, who have designed a very beautiful interface to allow us to register virtually. In the meantime, as they say, somebody says in between time. ECG has gone to cut power to the Wager water treatment plant. Indeed, ECG has decided that they are on an aggressive revenue mobilization drive, and that means that anybody owes them. Now, I couldn't understand how Ghana Water Company can owe ECG $1 billion cedis. And we're going to first bring you some of the highlights of those interviews. I want to just touch on some of those things. We always bash ECG, and we say ECG is the weakest link in the power sector. So now they've decided that they are not going to joke around. So they're going to cut GBC. They say GBC owes them 8 million. 8 million. They've gone to cut Ghana Waters, many of their places, owing $1 billion cedis. A number of government institutions also owe ECG as well. And I'm not even sure where to take the discussion from. And then they also went to an estate, and they said that estate had about 80 houses. Many of them were illegally connected. All right. I don't understand what's going on. So How does this happen? ECG has been in the news for a lot of things.
You do know that power theft under our laws is a criminal offense.
Yeah.
And the state has the authority to prosecute for conduct like that. What we have not seen done aggressively from the viewpoint of the managers of the power space and working with the Attorney General's Department is the vigorous prosecution of people who are caught doing that. And in some cases, the granting of amnesty for people who know they are doing that to willingly come forward and regularize what they are doing. That's why you remember when the government announced this new levy, which they have now decided to freeze. I said that, look, there are so many inefficiencies within the system. The losses that we have seen, we continue to see. If we are able to reduce those, then most likely we will not even need these levies to actually continue to buy fuel to power the badges that we have to generate power. So if indeed the estates we're talking about, the allegation is that they did ABCD, there has got to be an investigation. And if they are found to have done that, they should be dealt with. Now, the state agencies.
What I wanted you to touch on was the water treatment plant, because I felt it's a bit heavy-handed, right? Because they are producing water for people to drink. So if you go and cut their power, how are they going to produce the water?
Okay, so there are two issues here. You know, recently the government announced that going forward, they were going to absorb the bills of some ministries or all ministries. And some government institutions. And the cabinet took that decision. Now the question is, at the time of taking that decision, were they aware of the state of the bills owed by Ghana Water Limited to ECG? Of course, I cannot be asking for ECG to go for its bills and ensure that everybody pays, while at the same time saying that they should cut, Ghana Water Company Limited some slack. Because the fact is, they produce water and they sell the water to us. Is it the case that they are producing at high cost and selling at a cost that is not optimal, that is not even allowing them to break even?
Nobody knows.
So I think there has got to be some explanation as to how come $1 billion Ghana cedis is owed over what period to ECG.
Seriously.
And what would be the justification for that level of, should I use it,
indebtedness?
Because it doesn't make sense. Every month I pay my water bill. They bring it and I pay it. I do know that, again, in that space too, a lot of people are drinking water free of charge. You see waste on the roads almost every day. But we do know that over the last few months or the last few years, anytime you call a water company that, hey, there's a problem here, they go there and they fix it. But there are still, you see leakage coming in from a number of places all the time. The question is, how come $1 billion Ghana cedis is owed to ECG? Can they audit the numbers? Is it the case that they have collected the money and they forgot to pay?
I don't even know.
There has got to be some intervention to deal with that particular problem. And I don't want to believe that they are preparing our minds to raise utility prices again. Because normally, Bernard, as you do know, anytime they come out and say, oh, there's this debt here, or there's that here, there's this here, there's that here, then before you know it, then the PURC is announcing that, oh, in view of ABCD, and mind you, fuel prices are likely to go up because of what's happening in the Middle East. So very soon you hear that, oh, because of the cost of input and all of that, we may have to pay a little more for utilities. So I think there has got to be an investigation
into the matter,
and there should be a way of dealing it so that it doesn't disrupt power supply. Water supply.
I know. Yes, it was as if yesterday it was the companies trying to outdo each other. Ghana Water also went to some estates in cantonment and said the people have been using water for the past, I don't know how many days, years, and they had not been paying. That they had been stealing water. That they had connected their pipes to the Ghana Water connection and they had not been paying. So I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of dishonesty in the society, and there's also inefficiency as well. So for me, they should find money and pay, because we will pay. So somebody should be taking it for free. All right. So I'll take some more comments on this. I also wanted to send you to the ECG to hear what they had to say. But talking about water, if you're an entrepreneur looking for meaningful business ownership opportunity, then Jibu Water has a great opportunity for you. You can partner with us through our franchise network. With just 50,000 cedis, you can receive the equipment, training, and support needed to launch your own business in purifying and selling affordable, refillable drinking water. We have an exciting offer for new customers and businesses. We provide free bottles and dispenser machines for corporate businesses. So you want to start smaller, you can also become a Jibu distributor or reseller in your area. Now, how do you get in touch? Call 0302 528 669 or 0209 845 817. You could also go to jibuco.com.gh. Jibu, a better life. You've spoken and we heard. GSTV has cooked something absolutely amazing for you. An upgrade to the next higher package on us. That's all you need. Now enjoy the FIFA Club World Cup, best of drama, awesome entertainment for the kids, reality shows, novellas, epic Ghanaian talent, family fun, and the best live sport on DSTV. Pay your subscription today and get an instant upgrade to the next higher package. So, for example, if you're on Compact, if you pay, you get upgraded to Compact Plus. If you're on Compact Plus, you get upgraded to Premium. And it goes on and on and on and on. This promo is on till July 31st. Now, use star 759 hash or any of our other payment options to make the payment. Terms and conditions apply. DSTV is your home of entertainment. And the Management Bootcamp is happening end of this month. If your organization wants to train their leaders in strategic thinking, organizational culture, and crisis management, this is the opportunity. It's on Sunday the 22nd all the way to 28th of June. Platinum Bay and Passion Bay's hotels are the two places to look out for. Call 0242-011-424 to register. Seats are limited. Secure yours now. Management Bootcamp is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM.
Now, if you're building big, Vaniado is ready to build with you. From high-end apartments to office blocks, hotels to private homes, Vaniado is a trusted name for premium finishes at project-friendly prices. We supply luxury bathrooms, Scavaloni kitchens, and tiles that combine international quality with unbeatable value, perfect for architects, contractors, developers, and interior designers. And the best part is Vaniado offers bulk deals, special project pricing, and tailored packages to suit every skill. So we don't just supply, we partner with you to deliver excellence on time and on budget. Call us now 055 000 0031 or 0244 380293. Speak to our project team and we are happy to take care of you. Vaniado, powering bold projects. And Bold Food says definitely that we are the number one option for the delivery of all your favorite meals from your favorite restaurants. On Bold Foods, get delicious medium Ghanaman wings and a bottle of Coke for just 260 Ghana cedis. Grab a small Ghanaman wings and a bottle of Coke for 99 Ghana cedis from Papa's Pizza. These offers are exclusively available for you on Bold Foods. Download the Bold Foods app today and enjoy. So to our parents, the world is changing fast, driven by AI and technology. Will your child be ready for that future? Join Nyansapo Institute's STEM Bootcamp. It's happening on the 21st of July to the 8th of August at Academic City University. Your child won't just learn, they will build, explore, and lead in exciting fields like 3D design and printing, Python programming, artificial intelligence and robotics, game development, cybersecurity, and augmented as well as virtual reality. This world class camp is designed by engineers, educators from both the US and Ghana. Call us now or WhatsApp because there are limited spots. 053 711 7334. Register today in Nyansapo STEM Bootcamp. Your child's future starts here.
And if you're looking for a little more in life, the Absa Abapa account is designed for people just like us, those who work hard and deserve more for less. With the Abapa account, you get a free GH link card, access to loans of up to 50,000 cedis, high interest on savings, free SMS alerts to track every peso, seamless mobile and online banking, no need to join long queues, and many more. If you are looking for more value, more peace of mind, and more control over your money, then the Absa Papa account is just the account for you. Open your account today and get more. Terms and conditions apply. Your story matters. Absa. All right, so let's hear from the acting general manager in charge of operations at ECG, Ismail Tete Oku, explaining why the ECG has had to cut power to the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation and the Ghana Water Company.
Ghana Water, they are owing, and we've given them ample time to, and they are not complying. So we're forced to put them off.
So you put off the power that you supply to the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation today?
Yes.
Is it the office that we know on the Ring Road?
Yes, and then we've also put off the transmitting stations at the Jankote.
Oh, okay, so the transmission station on the mountains, you supply power to that, and you also supply power to them at Reach, on the Ring Road in Accra, and you shut both down.
That's correct. That's correct.
What was the amount involved, and how long or how much notice did you give to them?
Oh, we've given them enough notice, and the amount for GBC is over 8 million, and that of Ghana Water is 999 million Ghana cedis.
8 million for GBC accrued within what period? 1 year, 5 years, 1 month? When?
Oh, it's over. This is a long-standing arrears.
And is it the case that they have not been paying, or they've been paying but the amount they pay is not enough? Because I do know that you do allow customers to pay in bits. So what have been the plan? How long have you done
GBC, we've gone to terms with them severally, but they've not complied with. And the same with Ghana Water. We start with them. We had an arrangement. They defaulted. We gave them a final demand notice. They did not comply. And so for Ghana Water, what we've done is we've disconnected their headquarters and all the administrative officers, except the pumping stations that we have not disconnected, because we're looking at the interest of the general masses as well. Once we put off the pumping stations, what it means is that the nation will not have water. So we are doing it considering all the necessary point as well.
So the earlier,
in fact, we are not happy to disconnect any customer, but when they need be, we are forced to do that.
The earlier communication we received was that you had disconnected the water treatment plant. That is not true?
That is not true.
But you have disconnected the head office of Water Company?
Yes, because management of Ghana Water, they are in charge to ensure that payments are effected.
Okay, now you are saying that Ghana Water Company is 1 billion, Ghana Broadcasting Corporation...
No, not 1 billion. 999.6 million Ghana cedis, close to 1 billion.
I decided to round it up for you so it will be easy to pronounce.
Wonderful.
Okay, so almost 1 billion. Is it the case that if they do not pay, you are not going to reconnect them? That's a point, or there's some negotiation that can be had?
Okay, this is what we have done as a company. We've gone to terms with them, and as of 31st of May, we were expecting Ghana Water to pay 72 million Ghana cedis, which we've all agreed that they've not complied to. And so it is not like we are taking the 999.6 million Ghana cedis from them today, but we are expecting that they pay the 72 million Ghana cedis so that we'll be able to restore power. And we expect that on monthly basis, as we've agreed, they pay the 72 million Ghana cedis.
All right. So if they don't, then they will remain shut. And the same with GBC.
Yes, so far as I'm concerned, until I'm directed to do otherwise.
Okay, the two institutions, Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, Ghana Water Company, they are state institutions, they are national security institutions if you consider it properly. Are there no exceptions in this your campaign?
Okay, there are exceptions. Don't also forget that Electricity Company of Ghana is also a national security institution. Without lights, I don't think we will be able to survive in the country. And so we have done all that we can. And we've done this in consultation with the sector ministers. So there is some level of agreement, and we believe, and they also know that they are in a position to honor their obligations. And it's not like we are forcing in on them. We sat on a table and we agreed. And so we were expecting that they play their side of the bargain.
I see. So what next? Where else are you targeting?
Like I said, we are everywhere. We are everywhere. We are everywhere.
And so this exercise will continue tomorrow?
Yes. We're on it. We're on it. In fact, the all hands on board will last for 2 weeks.
Very well. Thank you so much.
But I know we're standing prior to this exercise. We have teams in the districts and the regions who are also working. So after the 2 weeks, we'll continue to work.
So, points of information: the wage treatment plan has not been disconnected. It's the head office of the ECG of the Ghana Water Company that has been. So I think that's clear, because that would have been a bit concerning.
Question, but how would that affect the processing of bills and related matters?
It's not as serious as not people having water.
That is great. I don't know whether they have put in emergency measures to deal with the likely impact of the lack of power on the operations, unless of course they have standby generators, which they should ideally have to deal with situations like this. But 1 billion is a lot of money to deal.
999.6 million cedis.
How much is that in US dollar terms? That's about.
If you take $1 billion cedis, I don't know. I think 1/10 of whatever. So probably $100,000.
No, $100 million.
$100 million.
That's
yes.
a lot of money.
Yes, that's a lot of money. I'm not sure how they accumulated. And by the way, we haven't heard from Ghana Water, so we don't know if they agree with the amount. You can be told you owe, but you don't really know.
Yes.
I think the way our parastatals are run is a challenge, because the automatic pricing formula doesn't take into cognizance a lot of things. So our bills, even if they collect all, may not be enough to cover their costs. So you're always running an institution that is bleeding. Because, if, for example, the cost of fuel goes up to power your plant as ECG, you'll not be able to raise your tariff to meet that, because there's an automatic adjustment formula that takes into cognizance inflation and all kinds of things. You get me? And your power sources are all mixed. You are getting power from, from hydro, you're getting power from... It's I don't know. We've not... And so even this levy that they've suspended, it's all part of it, because you cannot raise the tariff to the point where it pays for itself. In fact, the amount they want to raise from the D-levy, if they apply it to tariff, will be paying 50% more. And even this one people are not paying. And illegal connections, so...
That is where they should deal with ruthlessly.
But the people who are doing some of their own people are part too.
That's true.
Because I don't know how to manage a meter. I don't know how to connect. So for somebody to do illegal connection, they will need
someone within.
They work with some of the staff.
There's definitely people in the system.
Either electricity or Ghana Water Company.
Because you can't go and climb electric pole.
No, I won't do that.
But somebody has been trained to do it for ECG. Maybe he's the one helping people to do it.
Oh yeah, that is true. I mean, a lot of them either know something about the system or actually work with the system. The ECG also relies extensively on external contractors. They have external contractors who they direct to go and do these things for them. So it's not like their own staff.
Okay.
So because they understand the system and because some citizens always want to cut corners, then they call them to come and do some of these things. Do the illegal connection for them. You find something for them, because ECG doesn't go around. Looking for like inspecting every house. Okay, is your meter properly connected? That is an issue. Bernard, when I was in the UK, I never had any opportunity to go to the power distributor to say, come and check anything for me. You have an app. You buy the power online. There are times they ask you to go to the meter. They want to audit your consumption. They want to know whether things are proper. You go to the meter, you take photograph, and then you submit it. And then they will use that to check whether things are working properly or not. Here, previously, we're using people to go around to collect the bills. So you distribute the bills, and then you collect for last month. Even that, corrupt Ghanaians were compromising that system. So the people will come, and then they will tell, oh no, this one is 10,000, but because okay, let me collect just 5,000. Then he will pocket some and take the rest to the people. I think if we have honesty as a core principle of what drives what we do as a people, majority of the times we wouldn't have these problems.
Just to cut in, I still get bills from Ghana Water for my former residence. I no longer live
and
there.
yet they still send it to you
every month.
Which means somehow they've not. So is it that the new person has not?
It's not most likely not paying.
No, so does that mean that
And I don't pay.
they've not registered the new person's address to their place or what? Just because
understand what you mean.
you are in the system, you've left the house,
I've
somebody
left
else
it,
has
yes.
moved there. Either that person has not
Be
put their
registered into the system,
or
it's
ECG
not
has
paying.
forgotten that maybe the person could have, I don't know, and there's nobody tracking that this lady hasn't.
It's not efficient.
Charlie, it's a whole. I don't know.
There's a place in Abilingpi. Every single day there's water coming out of that space. I don't know whether
when you pass there, you know,
there are people who line up and then they are collecting. Every dawn they go there and they are fetching.
and this is like an open place.
Yeah, so, like close to the road.
Maybe like a hydrant.
Yeah, something like that.
And people go and fetch water.
That's
there.
when no, you are not buying it. Oh. Every day that anytime I pass at dawn, they are there collecting the water.
With bottles or with what?
With gallons and bujugba and all of these things. Who is paying for that?
Well, that's how come they can't pay.
Bernard, if Ghana Water Limited spent $1 billion on solar power, could they not go sufficiently off grid?
If they had 1 billion, they wouldn't be in this situation. If they had 1 billion, trust me, they would not be owing. So it's easier said than done.
Togbi Kachanakbo. He's sending a message from Lakeside Estate Ashalibotwe. Please,
Okay.
does ECG pay for ECG power usage?
That's a question that I don't have an answer for.
I don't either.
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. As in an ECG. But why even asking? Who they make you for pay?
Themselves.
Get ready for a game changer. SMEs, we are introducing Yellow Biz, our new multi-service bundle with everything you need for smarter business solutions. It's a only one package consisting of a 4G plus router with 10 gig of free data, Microsoft Office 365, genuine Microsoft applications. We also have Webways, a customized business website for your business, and Unicom Service, a unified business communication solution for your virtual call center, IVR, and conferencing needs. Visit MTN Yellow Biz. Your business will gain access to advanced productivity tools, a powerful online presence, and superior customer experience to optimize your operations. To stay ahead of competition, call 0244308111 or email mtnbusiness.gh@mtn.com. Terms and conditions apply. Now I feel like eating grilled chicken. After what the guy came to say, he said they'll be doing free grilled chicken.
Wings.
You know,
honey glaze. Means
You know
they've
me?
added layer of honey.
even if they don't add honey, me I'll take it like that. You know, I can't wait. So Friday is the day it starts,
Yes.
right? So please come over to the Efrat Sutherland Children's Park and come and enjoy some freshly grilled chicken.
Which one do you like? Is it the thighs or is the
wings?
The wings.
It depends on
Or
whether
the-
it's
the
grilled or
breast.
whether it's
The breast.
no. It depends on what is. If I'm drinking soup, there's a part of the chicken that is like a soup. It's like a spoon.
That's the wing.
I don't know. It's not a wing.
It's around the hip or something. In the thigh there.
There's a part of the chicken
It's
that
like a ligament.
when you finish chewing the meat, you can then use it to fetch the soup.
Hey, I love it.
No, it's true. It's like I think it's the hip.
The hip there.
No, that part. Yeah, that part is my favorite part. So I don't use spoon. I use that thing. No, do you know what I'm talking about?
I see that.
No.
Oh,
I mean, I know the
there's a part of a
about,
chicken.
but I never knew.
No, it's
a spoon, the pelvic.
Yes, it's a spoon.
Okay, this thing, maybe when you twist it out.
When you remove the joint, it's a whole spatula.
Oh, you don't do the scooping.
Oh. It's more effective, but everything natural is more effective than artificial. It's more effective as a spoon. When you finish, then you chew the bone.
No, they say that is.
No, it's calcium.
They say it's disconnections.
No, calcium is good.
They say it's disconnections.
Why?
Oh, how?
They should not.
Which part of the law says so?
The courtesy.
This
I'm surprised that you.
We have done all our life.
No, I don't.
It's discourteous.
You just eat the.
We are not British people. We are
just gently remove the.
I used to speak on behalf of the cat so that when you finish eating the cat or whatever.
Don't mind.
This one I don't understand it.
Don't mind Richie Sky. I hope you guys will pass through on Friday. Over the weekend as well. Coming up later this morning, we have a big interview. Before that, though, we bring you the On Air series where we're talking money. We call it the SME Financial Toolkit. SME Financial Toolkit. That's coming in with our guest from APSA, and he will be speaking. He's called Edward Maudem, and he's a cluster manager, SME banking. So SME Financial Checklist coming up shortly. But dear value shareholder, your trusted financial partner GCB Bank is committed to ensuring that your shares with us continue to thrive and yield positive results. Having accurate contact information on you will enable us to communicate important updates and notifications regarding our shares or your shares directly to you. To update your records, visit any GCB branch and you will be assisted to do this. You can go to gcbbank.com.gh for more information. I wanted to talk about MPP, but I don't know if I have the time. The MPP has decided that they would hold their national flag bearer contest before they choose their national officers. That bucks a trend. Typically, they start with the grassroots and they move up. And it's a very interesting proposition politically. And I don't know. Any quick thoughts on that?
You want to take it?
Well, for me, I think that it's what appears to be a leadership crisis.
Yep.
And please be my lawyer, guide me if I'm going off. Just bring me back. I feel like it's a leadership crisis, and my observation is that the outgoing leadership, without mentioning any names, have failed to sort of transition the party ahead of the 2028 elections. And so this will not be surprising because they've got to, rally around and put together the party in terms of the leadership. And there aren't any, I dare to say, exciting new names. Of course, we know the former vice president is one of the names that will be considered, that'll be coming up in the race to lead the MPP. And so for me, I just, from a point of view as an ordinary citizen, it appears it's a leadership failure. And they must act fast.
Yeah, a leadership challenge.
Exactly.
And maybe they're hoping that choosing the flag bearer can help unify them.
Exactly.
I think that is to turn everything on its head. I understand the arguments that have been made in support of it, and of course, it's within the party's own authority to do what they want to do. But we also reserve the right to criticize where we believe that there are problems with it. First of all, I think it is too early for the jostling that is going on to want to lead a vehicle that is already wrecked.
The
MPP,
it's not in a good shape.
Yes, the MPP as we speak is not an attractive vehicle. With the greatest respect for all the people either managing it or are involved in it in one way or the other. The party lost a catastrophic election for them by any account. You can't go into an election and get below 40% as the ruling or the governing party.
I think they said it's 41. I'm not even sure the final figure.
Well, 41, whatever. Some people say 48. Whatever it is, it's around 40%.
Yeah, 40%.
That by no account is a good showing.
No MP in about 4 regions.
You have
in another 4 regions, just have 1 or 2 MPs. Western Region 2 MPs, Western North 1, Bono 1, Bono East 1. And only in the Northern region has about 6.
And you see, that tells you...
Greater Accra 5.
But that tells you that it is the vehicle. The vehicle. Of course, the man
so
who...
So where the vehicle is the party.
Yes. So fix the... You see, the party NPP should concentrate on addressing the problems that have brought them here. So address that. And the people who are currently leading the party are among the people who contributed to the state of affairs.
What if they say that the reason they lost was that the leadership or the government didn't do well? So that's the top. So the problem is not necessarily that maybe the NPP foot soldiers are not good or whatever. Maybe they feel like the leadership was the problem. So when they change the leadership, then that sort of flows down.
Yeah. So then, if that is the argument, then elect new leaders for the party. Let the party itself determine who will be the new leaders at the grassroots level, through the constituency, through the regions, to the national level. When you finish with that, in keeping with your party's constitution, that at least 2 years before an election, when you are in opposition, you should choose a flag bearer. Then you do that.
Okay.
But what they are doing now is to use the same people who led the party into this problem to now preside over a process to elect a new leader for the party, before now thinking of whether to replace them or not. I have difficulties with that. Of course, as I said, it is within their mandate to decide.
So you're looking at this from a political perspective, not even from a legal perspective.
Yes.
That politically, it seems like putting the cart before the horse.
Yeah, and then also there's an issue of whether it should be left to the party leadership and then National Council to be taking a decision like that.
To go to
or
conference.
You need a bigger body, in this case the National Conference of the party, to make that decision. First of all, I think they have to defend this decision with some numbers. We say that, we have done some research, and that research shows that our fortunes are likely to improve in 2028. Should we exactly elect a flag bearer now?
Maybe that's what the Okwe committee found.
Well,
because they didn't share maybe the Okwe committee recommended this.
Well, okay, so they should be telling the Ghanaian people.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Because when I heard Haruna Mohammed speak on CNR, he was saying they think it will give them the chance to consult and sort of rebuild using the flag bearership.
What I see is that already a part of the the camps that are jostling for the flag bearer role, some of them feel that some of the party's executives where they have taken sides, even amongst them. So if we are now going to choose who the candidate is going to be, if you are inverting the pyramid like that, then those who will not win will also say, we told you these executives were already in bed with this
guy. So you're saying that the risk is that it could lead to a disputed outcome,
and then fracture the party
if people feel that the existing executives support somebody.
Yes.
Well, every decision has a risk, because some could also say that if you went the normal route of bottom up, it affords people with more resources to try and influence the process from the beginning.
But it's always been like that. So find the resources, except that you don't buy people, because if you do that, the law says you shouldn't do it. Find the resources, campaign vigorously, win at the polling station level, win at the constituency level, win at the regional level, win at the national level, and let the people fight fairly.
Well, there's a lot more time to delve into this. We are just scratching the surface. So, 5 minutes past 9, City Breakfast Show. When we come back, we take you into a conversation for SMEs. How do you harness the right type of finance to start your tie and dye business, to start your what other business you want to start? Do you do business? Do you have any side hustle?
I do, but privately.
Okay. When you are ready to tell us, let us know. We have a big event tomorrow, the City Business Forum, Harnessing Agribusiness Potential for Economic Growth. It features 4 keynote speakers at Northridge Hotel Alisa, and it's from 8:30 a.m. It's part of our City Business Festival discussion. We have Mebiso Oreku Ampofo. We also have Professor Roger Canton. We have William Nete of Absa Bank and Davis Kobo. We also have reps from the Feed Ghana program from Ministry of Agri joining us. It's strictly by invitation, so make sure you're invited. Sponsored ABSA, MTN, and Zonda Technology.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Hey, Akos, you know we have been friends since childhood, and we always tell each other everything.
Oh, Cynthia, I know that, and that is why you're my best friend.
We even eat together, and I have spare keys to your room. I also know your phone password.
Cynthia, don't I also know your phone password?
Yes, so, but what about your Momo PIN?
Hey, no way.
Indeed, Akos, your Momo PIN is your secret. Do not share your PIN for any reason or give your PIN to someone to send cash on your behalf. Debida, never give out your PIN or OTP as a means of claiming a so-called promotional prize one. Your PIN is like your toothbrush. It only belongs to you. Stay alert.
MTN.
Imagine waking up to serenity every day, surrounded by nature's beauty and luxury at your fingertips in a gated estate you can be proud to call your home. Welcome to Western Villas, located at Ai Mensa, where our stunning homes redefine elegance. At Western Villas, each home is a masterpiece, designed with precision and love. From swimming pool, gym, playground, beautiful landscaped gardens, and private balconies, making every day feel like a retreat. We also have executive plots for sale at McCarthy Hill, strategically located and offer unparalleled views, easy access to amenities, and endless possibilities for executive living. With just 5% deposit, you can reserve your space. Contact us today to learn more about our luxury homes at Ai Mensa or executive plots at McCarthy Hill. Call us now on 0536 502295 or visit www.westernvillas.com for more information.
For more.
Get ready for more. More goals, more drama, more nail-biting edge of your seat. Oh my word, did you see that? 32 teams, 63 matches, one unmissable tournament. The all-new FIFA Club World Cup on SuperSport.
On the go, night or day, PBL app is the easiest way. Bank secure, bank with ease. Right at your fingertips, bank is a breeze. PBL app making banking so clear. Anytime, anywhere, we're here. Safe, secure, banking for you. PBL app, simple and true.
Welcome to the future of banking. The Prudential Bank mobile app. Bank secure anytime, right from your phone. Access your accounts 24/7. Perform instant transactions. Pay bills, link mobile money wallets, scan and pay with GHQR, manage your cards, make seamless GIP interbank transfers, all with ease. No more banking hours. Take control and app your banking. Experience simple, secure and convenient banking. Download the PBL mobile app now. PBL mobile app. App your banking.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise. This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Hello there, welcome to another edition of our honor series of the City Business Festival 2025. We are in our third week discussing the growth of SMEs, but more specifically today we are asking a big question. Does your business have an SME financial checklist or system? If yes, is it fit for purpose? If no, why? And we are here to help you get one. My name is Neil Atilati. Thank you for tuning in. You know what? Funding a business is one thing, and ensuring that it also survives is another thing. But the big question we are asking today, just as I told you, is the fact that a lot of the businesses that we have, if they collapse, some of them are actually linked to, for poor financial decisions. And today we are asking, how do you track your expenses? How do you ensure that you have a sound financial habit and also a funding source you can fall back when the unexpected happens? My guest is Edward Maldem. He's Cluster Manager, SME Banking at Absa Bank Ghana Limited. He joins us today in studio to help us really unpack this whole issue of financial checklists for SMEs. The 2025 edition of the City Business Festival is powered by 97.3 City FM as well as Channel 1 Television. We are sponsored by Absa Bank Ghana Limited, MTN Ghana, and Zonda Tech. Edward, good to have you. Thank you so much for joining us on the honor series of the City Business Festival.
Thank you, Nee, for
you're a big
this
man
opportunity.
At Absa, head of, you're a cluster manager, SME banking, and also a lot of things that you do at Absa. But today we are talking about SMEs, their financial checklist, and a system, and all those issues around this particular subject matter. But I want to begin with some opening statements. More often than not, we hear that they say that the lifeblood of every business is what? Finance. Yeah. And also in every business, cash is what? King. Okay. And so I want you to really break it down for us. Is the financial statement or position of any business at all the powerhouse of the decision it makes?
Nee, once again, thank you for the opportunity. It is very true that cash is king, as the old saying goes. And it is also true that cash is the lifeline of every business. For any business to operate and grow sustainably, you cannot take cash out of the equation. When it comes to the financial statement, there are various items in there: revenue, cost, and other forms of expenses. All these categories of items that form the financial statement provide great tools for businesses and business leaders to make critical decisions that drive the business. So for every business to be successful, it is very important that they take a look at what comes out of that financial statement. And I will also want to mention that the financial statement is produced out of something. Without that, there won't be any financial statement. And I'm talking about record keeping. And this is one of the challenges that we've had with SMEs. Keeping records has been one of the great challenges that SMEs encounter within this country. So keeping records is very important. Once you have the right records, it translates into the financial statement, and this also helps executives to make the right decisions. So
you talk about cost, you talk about revenue as well as expenses. And you know, the financial statements, they have various forms. So for example, you can get an income statement. You can also have the balance sheet, which actually is the financial position of the business, as well as the cash flow statement. But all of these things, if you put them together, I also see that they point to three direct things. So for example, liquidity, profitability, and solvency. Is that correct?
You are very right. You are very right. And all these things are generated from the everyday operations of the business. So you take the financial, the profit and loss or the income statement, for instance. It's your daily sales that makes the top line. Then you come down to the cost of sales, which composes of the inventory and all the other things in there. So it's everyday activities that you do that culminates into the financial statement at the end of the day. You take the balance sheets, you look at things like stocks, you look at things like your fixed assets, you look at things like your current assets. They all emanate from your day-to-day activities.
And all of this you cannot do if you are not keeping records.
Perfectly so. Perfectly so.
And so when we say a financial checklist for an SME, what are we talking about? What does it entail? If you can, you know, give us specifics.
Thank you very much. Financial checklist is just a guide that helps the SME owner to direct its focus towards the right elements of the business. A typical financial checklist should compose of some key items. For instance, you take cost management as one of the groups of items that should be looked at. You take financial planning as another. Then you take risk management as another. Then there is one that usually attention is not given to, and that is choosing the right financial partner. So I mentioned financial planning.
Yeah.
This is where you have the SME bringing its dream and vision into financial terms. Every SME has great ideas. They have great vision, whether a startup or an existing business. At the beginning of the year, every business has an idea where they want to get to. At the start of a business, the owner knows or thinks that in 10 years' time, I should have branches across the whole of the country.
That's the going concern bit of the business.
Exactly. So the financial planning bit of the checklist helps the SME to translate these wonderful aspirations into financial terms. And by so doing, he's able to monitor and know the direction that he is going.
So you mentioned 4 things: financial planning, you also mentioned cost management and risk management, as well as, choosing the right financial partner. I'll be more interested if you are to explain the issue of, the right financial partner. But let's just also look at the other elements of it: risk management and cost management, for example.
Great. Cost management, just as you started from the financial statement, you realize that cost plays a very critical role in the financial structure of a business. Cost is able to give a business a competitive advantage over the other. So placing it in the checklist helps the business owner to monitor this cost, open up the cost structure, frequently and from time to time come out with expenses that are not really relevant to the times and the moment, and take out all those expenses. Once this business is able to do that, they become more competitive as they don't pass on their inefficiencies onto the customer. I have this example of a customer I used to manage some years back. He plays within the pharmaceutical value chain, and he distributes across the whole of the country. He was at a point where he realized that his cost was ballooning. So through some engagement, I asked this one question: has he considered making some of his staff contract staffs? Specifically, I asked him to consider deploying agents instead of having permanent staff who are moving from Accra all the time to Tamale, to Takrady, and all the places. And once these staff move, they move with cost. And he heeded to this advice, reduced his permanent staff, picked up agents across the country who are already stationed in these geographical areas. And the result was so amazing. And this helped him to cut down costs and then improve his profitability.
So my next question to you will be that how do we even develop, a financial checklist for an SME in the very first place? Is it that you do it yourself, or you outsource, you find someone, or nowadays you even have some companies coming up with, some software tools to help people manage their finances as a business? What's your take on this particular issue?
Yes, thank you so much on this one. I think there are different ways of looking at this, depending on the SME owner. One of the tools you mentioned has to do with softwares, which to me is very, very important in the management of an SME's finances. So with a software, you are able to put your records in the right way. You are able to update your records consistently and make it current all the time. and you are also able to have the record at one place. Without technology or without this software, it becomes very difficult to put these records together. So software usage is another one. And I have these other smart SME owners who also just have a mind tree where they are able to just have the understanding that they have like 5 core areas that they need to look at. Then in their mind, they spread all the areas that have to be looked at. For instance, if you take financial planning, they know within that financial planning, there must be record keeping. Within that financial planning, there must be cash flow monitoring. Within that financial planning, there must be forecasting. So in their mind, they put all this together and they are able to, from time to time, check if they are on track. So that is another way. Then you as an individual can also have a diary of all the essential elements of financial management within a business. So with this diary, you are able to come back to it from time to time to check which ones you are on track with and which ones you are lagging behind.
All right.
You take risk management, for instance, with the right monitoring, you are able to check what regulatory requirements and obligations that you have. Take tax payments and filings, for instance. Once you have this diarized as part of your activities for the year, you know that every month you need to file your PAYE, you need to file your VAT, and you don't miss out on this. That's because you have created some form of checklist for yourself. So in summary, there is no one-fit-all way of doing this checklist.
So depending on the kind of business you are running and you, the individual, you can as well find the right checklist for yourself. But you had earlier mentioned that finding the right financial partner is one of the rudiments when it comes to, financial soundness for every organization. So before we go on our first break, I just want you to give us a sense of, staying in or outside the formal financial ecosystem. What are the merits? What are the demerits? For example, some business will say, no, I don't want to do any business with, any financial institution. I want to run it on my own, seek financial help from friends, debt management. I don't want any financial institution to come after me, and so I would have to carry the cross by myself. What are the advantages of that and the disadvantages as well?
Thank you very much. For the financial ecosystem, it's a broad system that plays a very crucial role within the economy. So for an SME to make a decision whether to be part of that ecosystem, the financial ecosystem, or play outside of it, I would like every SME to rather think or look at it from the bigger perspective. What is my little contribution to the success of this economy? The truth is, every little thing that small SME does in his shop have a direct impact on the economy. And once all of these little businesses come together, they form a mighty part of the economy. And how can we know what is going on if they are not part of the broader formal financial ecosystem? So, as part of our financial inclusion agenda, I would like to passionately appeal to every SME to be part of the formal financial ecosystem. We all stand to gain. It has great benefits for the SME and then for all of us as a whole.
Be part of the financial ecosystem, we all stand to gain. Those are the words of Edward Maudem, Cluster Manager, SME Banking at Absa Bank Ghana Limited. So here on the honor series of the 2025 City Business Festival right here on 97.3 Citi FM and Channel 1 Television. We are taking a break. When we come back, we'll be looking at some of the financial blind spots that SMEs are committing and the corrective measures thereof. Welcome back to the honor series of the 2025 City Business Festival. We are sponsored by Absa Bank Ghana Limited, MTN Ghana Limited, as well as Zonda Tech Ghana Limited. I am Ni Lati here with Edward Maudem, Cluster Manager, SME Banking at Absa Bank Ghana Limited. Before we went on that shortest break, we were talking about, how businesses should be part of the formal financial ecosystem. But in your daily activity as, a cluster manager, for the purposes of, education, when we say a cluster manager, what are we talking about? What do you do? Before I put my next question to you.
Okay, so as a cluster manager, I have a number of relationship managers across the various branches that are supervised.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and these relationship managers are professionals that are standing by to support SMEs achieve their dreams. We are not there selling solutions, but we are there trying to support the SMEs.
And so these various relationship managers are the clusters you are managing.
Exactly. Okay, together they form a cluster.
I see.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, when they bring their report to you, what do you see in terms of mistakes that SMEs are committing financially? If I ask you what the 3 topmost mistakes are, what would they be?
Good. So the first one I want to touch on has to do with funding mismatch.
What does that mean?
Okay. What this means is that most often we see SMEs coming for support and they end up using it for the wrong purpose.
I see.
We have short-term funds and then we have long-term funds. We have short-term funds such as working capital and then long-term funds like project finance. So what happens is you have a funding mismatch when you take short-term funds to finance long-term projects like warehousing, like procurement of machinery for expansion.
Do that?
Yes, that is the question that we ask. Why will you want to do that? It takes me to the second point, which is lack of financial literacy.
I see.
Because of the lack of financial literacy, most SMEs think every money is money. You can use it for anything. So an SME comes, applies for a working capital finance. By the time you turn around, it's using it for an asset, a fixed asset. And these fixed assets actually tie up cash and release it over a long period of time, little by little. So once you take this working capital, which is meant for your day-to-day activities, and you put it in a capital expenditure, you have locked up a substantial part of your working capital, and you will begin to starve the business of the lifeline, which is cash.
Is it similar to the business entity concept in terms of the general accounting principles? For example, so businesses at times fail to identify the business as a separate organization from the individual itself. So sometimes they also come for the money and use it for personal gains.
Great. That brings me to my third point.
I see. They are linked.
Yes. So the third point is the co-mingling of personal and business finances.
It's co-mingling.
Yes. So unfortunately, some SMEs believe that the money in the business is their money.
Yeah.
So they spend from the business on themselves, and then anytime they also have any money, they also pump it into the business. But the truth is, personal finances should be separated from business finances. This doesn't help only the business, but it has some great benefits for the business owner as well. By separating these two, the business owner protects his personal assets from business liabilities. You know, businesses, as you grow from time to time, you take on liabilities. Either you are borrowing from your bank or you are taking credit from your suppliers. These are all liabilities that you would need to settle. So by separating these two finances, you as the business owner, you protect yourself so that in case there is an issue with the liabilities of the business, it doesn't extend to your personal assets. Thank you.
So funding mismatch, financial illiteracy, and also commingling when it comes to business accounts and personal accounts. Exactly. Are they the only issues that impair, for example, business operations? I know I gave you 3, but I'm sure there is more to it. But even before we get into that, you had earlier mentioned risk management as one of the elements of, a financial checklist, and also cash flow. So I want you to put these two issues together and tell us how important they are, having in mind the need for technology and also networking and partnerships, putting all of these things together to ensure that we have a sound financial checklist for an SME. Then we'll come back to some of the goodies and assistance ABSA is offering SMEs.
Yeah, that's great. So let me start on the risk management. So for every business, there is some level of risk. That is why at the end of the day, the business makes returns. And these risks have to be identified by the business owner. Once the business owner identifies this risk, the next thing to do is to take steps to mitigate them. And I would like to make it very simple. Most of the time when we talk about risk management, SMEs take it as if it's something very big and it is beyond their scope. But the truth is that an SME can just manage their risk with simple tools like insurance. Insuring their stocks, insuring their vehicles, insuring their offices. All this protects the SME and make sure they grow sustainably. On the issue of technology, we cannot take the technology of the equation if we are talking about SMEs. Technology helps SMEs to provide convenience to their customers, and they also enhance their market reach. With technology, SMEs are able to reach much more customers at a go than if they were not using technology. And then one other side that is also very important when it comes to technology has to do with how SMEs collect payments from their customers. Having used technology to extend your market reach, having used technology to expand your revenue scope.
I remember a story somebody told me. He says that a business that the customers pay for services before they are rendered will always thrive more than a business where service is rendered before payment is made. Yeah. And so I think I get your point on the role of technology in payment to ensure that businesses have a sound financial checklist and also boost their revenue stream. And so coming back to the issue of ABSA this time around, I remember last year, for example, we were talking about ABSA offering an SME loan at 10%. Does it still exist?
Yes, the good news is that the SME loan at 10% is still in existence. We are still running that program thanks to our partners, MasterCard Foundation. We are running that program, and so far, in the last 5 years, we have supported over 7,500 SMEs.
That's huge.
Yes.
More than 7,000 SMEs.
More than 7,000 SMEs have benefited.
But in terms of real value, how much have you given to in total?
So in total, we have disbursed more than $100 million into the economy of these SMEs.
And these businesses are being turned around.
Yes, they are being turned around, and there are countless stories about how great these resources have supported this business and have turned their fortunes around. The story doesn't end there. You know, for ABSA, we look at a holistic approach of solutioning the customer. So beyond funding, we also provide capacity building and networking, which you mentioned earlier, to our customers. Capacity building in form of management skills, cash flow, understanding cash flow, and then the effective use of cash flow, record keeping to ensure access to credit, as well as other key areas that are important to the management of their businesses. One other thing that we did was training over 7,000 SMEs and smallholder farmers within this capacity building framework. And these are some of the great works that ABSA is doing. And this fits very well into our purpose, which is empowering Africa's tomorrow together, one story at a time.
And that story matters.
And that story matters.
I see. So I know somebody will say, if you give all the information out today, what will you give tomorrow? So I want to say that businesses who are interested in ensuring that they leverage on the financial assistance that ABSA is providing, your doors are always open. They can come in there with the right form of documentation. They will be able to have credit access if you want to. But I'm giving you just 60 seconds to wrap up on this particular, subject matter of financial checklist for an SME, making sure that it is sound, it is secure, and it is safe. Because if you put your money somewhere and you are not getting the real results, the business will fold up in the years to come. And so, from all that we have said in the past 30 minutes, what was that one message that SME who is listening or watching us should go home with?
Great. Develop your checklist in your own way. And most importantly, keep current, accurate, and reliable records.
So it's not just any record. It has to be current, it has to be reliable, it has to be accurate.
Exactly.
I see. Thank you so much, Edward Maudem, Cluster Manager, SME Banking at ABSA Bank Ghana Limited, speaking to us here on the Honor Series of the 2025 edition of the Citi Business Festival, powered by 97.3 Citi FM as well as Channel 1 Television. We are sponsored by ABSA Bank Ghana Limited, MTN Ghana Limited, as well as Zonda Tech Ghana Limited. I am Neil Atilati. Thank you so much for tuning in. Catch you some other time. Bye.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Hot jobs? Tired of HR headaches? Simplify your business with Hot Jobs Africa. As your one-stop HR shop, we handle recruitment, labor outsourcing, expatriate management, consultancy services, and corporate trainings. Plus, we offer staff basing and 100% staff support to boost productivity. Don't let HR hassles hold you back. Contact Hot Jobs Africa today. Call us on 030-3980-362. WhatsApp us on 020-433-6004 or email info@hotjobsafrica.org. Visit our website www.hotjobsafrica.org. Hot Jobs Africa. Think HR, think Hot Jobs. Hot jobs?
Hey, so what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Wujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It'd be very very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement, unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody gets your own. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrady, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
Burna Boy, Trevor Noah, Black Coffee, Chimamanda the writer, Febe Mugugu the fashion designer, and many more young African icons didn't get where they are by following mainstream paths. They did things differently. Say yes to doing things differently. Say yes to the creative person within you, the maker, innovator, entrepreneur. Chart a new path, learn new skills, globally recognized by the American Welding Society and Pearson's BTech. So whether in Ghana or abroad, you will shine. Say yes to DTI, a learning experience that is next level. Go to dtiafrica.com or call 054-169-3534.
Human resource is crucial for Ghana's development. The Chartered Institute of Human Resource Management Ghana presents CIHRM 2025 Conference under the theme Regulating HRM in Ghana, Standards, Ethics and Sustainability. Date 18th to 19th June 2025. Venue Alisa Hotel, Northridge, Accra. Conference fees: members 3,200 Ghana cedis, non-members 4,000 Ghana cedis, student members 2,000 Ghana cedis. For sponsorship, partnerships, special discounts, call 024-327-8694 or 020-811-2644 today. Sponsors: GCB, VRA, Gridco, NPA, Ghana Airports, We Power Authority. Media partners: Channel 1 TV and Citi FM. CIHRM 2025 Conference, transforming work and workplaces. Be there.
Charlie, where are you?
Bossman, I'm at the bank.
Really? But your car is in front of your house.
Bro, my bank on my phone, Charlie.
Oh, how?
EcoBank, bro. With EcoBank mobile app, I can do everything, anywhere, anytime. Listen, I just checked my account balance, paid Ahmed's school fees, and sent money to my grandma at Walwale.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Massa, just download the EcoBank mobile app from the Google Play Store or the App Store or dial *770# and be your own bank manager.
Manager.
Whether to pay bills or fees, to check account statements, send money across Ghana, abroad, and more, EcoBank mobile app has got it covered. EcoBank Mobile, making everyday people live everyday lives the EcoBank way. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
As a quarter to the top of the hour, I love this song, Osibisa, the warrior. My goodness. And I have an environmental warrior in the studio coming from the EPA, talking about cellular, going cellular, big conversation on single-use plastics. Now, plastic pollution, as you know, is the most visible environmental challenge we have in Ghana, and single-use plastics are a growing concern from our markets to our beaches. Discarded plastics are everywhere, impacting not only our environment but also our health, economy and communities. But change is possible. We are warring against the waste and the pollution, and that change has already begun with the Go Cellular program as a key initiative under the Go Cellular project. Voluntary pact, a commitment made and signed by leading supermarkets and retail businesses in Ghana to cut down on single-use plastics. The pact's objective is a 50% reduction in single-use plastics by 2030. So what does that mean? Death is late. That's what I was waiting for. Now, joining me in the studio is Hobson Ejapong. You are the Principal Program Officer, Intersectorial Network. That's the EPA. With the EPA. You're welcome. Good to have you.
Thank you very
Great.
much.
So, starting with the bigger picture, right? We're going cellular. That's the program. And as I read, by 2030, we are hoping to reduce single-use plastics in our supermarkets and our retail businesses by 50%. Let's start from that. What are we trying to achieve? And why is it so pressing an issue?
Chairman, before I start, I would like to thank you and your team for the opportunity given us this morning.
You're welcome.
Environmental issues are of concern to all, and we can only do it together.
Right.
And that is the main reason why we are here. Coming from the Environmental Protection Authority, I hope you are aware that now we are an authority.
I had
it has
agency
given
in my
us,
mind.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
And it has given us the oversight responsibility aside what we used to have. Everything stands. But then we have the oversight responsibility over all environmental issues and then climate change.
Okay.
So more or less, any institution working within the environmental space are supposed to, subject to some of the regulations that we have.
Right.
Moving forward.
Mm.
And the intersectorial network for some time,
Yeah.
it was a bit redundant, but now it's being revived.
Okay.
And the reason being that we want to know what each institution is doing.
Okay.
We want to collaborate. We want to share resources to be able to achieve our common objective.
So that people will not work in silos.
So
you are coordinating your
this
mandate.
Institution is doing this other is doing something different. But then we need to know what each is doing.
Excellent.
And then how we can collaborate to work together effectively.
So now zeroing in onto the single-use plastics and why it's such a pressing issue in Ghana. Talk to us.
Well, single-use plastic in general, I always say that plastic, we use it for so many things. Even the computers that we use, all the gadgets around, there is a little component in one way or the other of plastic. But then what we are concerned about is the single-use plastics, which is more like a problematic one, which we need to address as a country. It's actually a global concern, and we have taken it up to also do our bit. And if you look at it, plastic pollution in Ghana is really affecting the country economically, environmentally, and also when it comes to our social setups. Now when it rains, what do you see?
Nasty.
Floods everywhere.
Nasty.
Where water or runoff water is supposed to pass, we only have, plastic choked in our gutters, in our drains, and it's flooding homes, among others. And government need to spend a whole chunk of money trying to, resuscitate this kind of, issues that we are having in
you
the
go
country.
to the beach to relax, and all along the shore you see plastics. And if you decide to take a dive, you are swimming with plastics from all kinds of places. Even the fisher folk return after long hours of fishing, and they catch more plastics than they do fishes.
I see it as a disaster, and mostly you find people at the beachside trying to clean the place up. Of course, we can clean it up for the day, but then we come the next day and it's still there, which is not sustainable enough. What we need to do is to look at the best way to go about it, and that is what this circular project is actually about.
Okay.
How do you then reduce plastic or the single-use
plastic? Our consumption of single-use plastics. That's brilliant. So you have the bag habit campaign, and you're trying to promote what Yes. What are you trying to achieve with the
Bag the
habit? Yeah.
Bag the habit campaign as under the Go Circular project.
Okay.
Which was actually commissioned by BMZ and then being implemented by GIZ.
Okay.
It's actually running in about 3 countries, which Ghana is part. And the idea, as you have already mentioned, is to reduce, single-use plastic by 50%, and also develop a roadmap for us to promote sustainable alternatives to single-use. And I can tell you that the single-use, the alternative to single-use has the potential to, generate employment opportunity for the youth. Because if we are talking about, say, bamboo, we want to, leverage on the bamboo industry. It has the potential, and at the same time,
bamboo as an alternative to single-use plastic.
Of course, bamboo. We can use bamboo for so many things.
Wow.
Alternative. Mostly you find people using this plastic spoons.
Okay.
Fork, others.
Okay. We could be using spoons made of bamboo, just like you have the toothpick.
We can also use it for cups.
Okay.
And the bamboo, we can also use for so many things. We can use bamboo for baskets.
Right.
The rattan can also be used for basket. In those days, in our villages, we used to shop with our baskets.
True.
And then what happened?
I don't know.
Chinese can produce everything,
yeah,
including all the cars that you can sit in and it will drive by itself. But then the culture is not thrown away. Why is it that we want to say now we are civilized?
We don't even use the calabash, the gourd anymore.
Our culture is very beautiful. Our culture is something that we need to lean on. That is who we are.
Right.
And I think what we need to do, those times they were talking about the hygienic aspects.
Yeah.
How do we clean it so that we will not be infected when we use it?
True.
So we can go back to it. People are eating in leaves. If you, our wachi that we eat, is better. If you are going to buy cocoa, those times we used to use this calabash.
Yes.
And then we used to go with our own, medium to just receive the cocoa.
Yeah.
And the research that was done recently by one of our directors in the Ashanti region revealed that consuming hot cocoa in this single-use plastic like we do,
yes,
is equally like consuming about 36 sticks of cigarette.
Hey, 36 sticks of cigarette.
So you can also then think about what we use to wrap banku.
Oh, wow.
And then banku, when it get cold, we put it in
the fridge. And then we microwave it.
We microwave it.
So
we boil it.
Yes.
And then we introduce all these chemical
Are you saying it's poisonous?
Of course. It's carcinogenic.
Jesus. And even the gobe, when you tie it, you are going to school, you are working, you are eating
this is what we are doing to ourselves.
Wow.
And that is why we are saying that let's back the habit to live long.
That's concerning. Now, if you want to reduce this by 50%, and you are targeting 2030. Look, our markets are big and we consume these single-use plastics so much, from Agbogloshi to Kaneshi, everywhere. So don't you think we may need legislation also? Because this is a voluntary pact with the leading supermarkets and retail businesses. If we don't start from legislation, a voluntary appeal to people's conscience might not achieve much, don't you think?
Exactly. That is exactly where we are going to.
Okay.
We are actually phasing out and then switch to the ban.
Okay.
We have initiated a lot of, programs to phase out the single-use plastics. But then, businesses are involved. And we always say that Environmental Protection Authority is not in to collapse people's business. But then we are also interested in the health of the people of Ghana, and therefore things that we need to actually let the public know, we will discuss that.
Okay.
And then at the end of the day, knowing the health implications of what we are using, then it calls for us to come out with a legislation that will be able to help address some of these challenges.
So you want to give those who are into the business of producing single-use plastic some leverage, some grace period.
At least there should be some moratorium to be able to,
switch to the alternative that is more sustainable.
If you are producing single-use plastic,
we
are saying that why can't you then go into paper bags?
Right.
Why can't you go into other alternatives?
Right.
Those leaves, we need to plant them in large quantities. It's an opportunity for, the youth to also go into farm by producing some of these materials and all that.
Listen, I support this with 100 bags of cement. I'm looking forward to its rollout. Because, if you go to Kigali, what really makes it really, really clean is 100% ban on single-use plastics and an effective implementation of same. And I think that if we're able to do this, it will go a long way in helping make our city much cleaner while we address other issues. Now, so looking forward, what's the EPA's roadmap for phasing out single-use plastics over the next 5 years? What are the milestones or policies that we should be aware of?
Okay, I hope you are aware of the extended producer responsibility.
Yes,
and it is one aspect that we are looking at. We are coming out with the framework, and the framework definitely is going to come with a legislation that, like we are talking about, there should be a regulation to that effect, and which we are going to do. We have also currently formed what we call the National Waste Management Network, which is also going to bring all the stakeholders together for us to dialogue on the way forward. We have also developed what we call the single-use plastic phase-out strategy. And then JICA is also supporting us to come out with a strategy for the solid waste management segregation in Ghana. Once we do the segregation properly, then it means we can be able to recover the plastic, which is a legacy we need to look at whilst we phase out the single-use plastic.
Fantastic.
And like I said, 1.5 million plastic generated every year. It's alarming.
That's a lot.
And then we need to find a way to reduce it. But then going forward, I'm sure if we look at the alternative, it has the potential to, generate a lot of employment opportunities for the youth, which I expect, even Youth Employment Authority to, focus on that and then make sure. And it can do two things at the same time. The bamboo, we can cultivate the bamboo along the riparian buffer areas. That is, our water course. And then when it matures, we can harvest it sustainably for these alternative materials.
We should be doing that quickly because people are building in our water courses.
A lot of issues in Ghana.
That will be a multi-pronged approach to solving our environmental challenge. It's very good an initiative you are on with the Go Cellular. Thank you so much. We're wishing you the very best. Go Secular. Yes. I've been saying cellular. We're giving Go Secular. Okay. I really love it and I look forward to its rollout and successful implementation because it will be in our collective interest. So please keep us posted. Let's know how we can support this because this is in the interest of our very existence. Thank you, Hobson Japan, Principal Program Officer for the Intersectoral Network. We are going secular, aren't we?
Thank you.
That was a good one. Thank you so much.
That was to see you in the garden.
You sure will. We'll meet on the other side, bro. We'll meet on the other side. Right. It's top of the hour. My name is Caleb Kuda. Thank you so much for doing the listening. Bernardino Kokoabla was here with Richard the Last Sky, Francis Kakrafos, and Samuel Atameza was here. Susu Graham was here as well. Fred Tete Jabano, many thanks. As well as Edwin Kofi, Samuel Akom, and Abeku Odum, the richest man. It's top of the hour now. Keep your dial with us. Antina.